Greetings, you people on my keen. I was gonna has been this Briarstone. I do indeed welcome you to Sunday Morning Heroes. Everybody is about to begin, and I have with me once again this morning Quill18.
Hey, folks.
And Demonac.
Greetings.
As well as the lovely A Kiss for Luck.
Hey, you.
Alright, everybody, I think we're set to go. Internet is working, and this thing is recording, so that means we are good for both live entertainment as well as YouTube. So, I'm going to move myself back over to there, and let's get some FaceTime Continuum happening in 3, 2, 1. Faces everywhere. Yes, everything's working. Love it. Okay.
You have faces?
All the faces. Yeah. There's at least 4.
All the face are belong to us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about that face. About that face.
Hello. Oh, and we have such a hello.
Hello. All right. Got some excellent moddage happening. Keeping everybody hopefully happy in the viewer base there. Currently, I do believe you guys have done an exceptional job so far when it comes to this whole figuring out the mystery of the missing money, if you want to call it that. Actually, that's a lot of alliteration. I like that. Mystery of the missing money. Ooh. Anyway, I also believe that the last thing I mentioned to you guys before we closed out on the last session was that you noticed that somebody had stood up in the middle of this auditorium where you guys were eating and drinking and such. Okay, so very, very noticeable. I wasn't going to make you roll for it or anything because it's not exactly hard to see this. You guys are adept at seeing things anyway. You're always on guard. But you did notice this individual. He stands up and he moves very quickly towards the door. Right? And on the way, he motions his fingers in the air like at Shalaska, you thinking, right? Because you can sort of follow where he's looking and you see Shalaska, the guard that you were, well, no doubt, very admired by. What's that?
Shalaska is the second in charge, right?
Yes, Shalaska is the second in charge. You guys have had a few words with her. Anyway, right, so she nods, and then excellently, there is a boisterous fellow in and behind the bar. You probably dealt with him before as well, just in the off chance that you haven't. He happens to have a very, very interesting persona. I'm not going to go into detail. I'm not going to give you a name because it's not really that important. It's just environmental stuff. So he then says, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have tonight's entertainment at the door." And the guy moves quickly over to the door or whatever, and they open it up, and there's another guy that comes in and swirls in really, really fast, and they open up the door, and the double doors, the 2-leaf doors, opens up, so there's lots of area there, and in marches a band. Live entertainment. All right, because
Okay, but that other guy who got up, he left out the door before this.
Yeah, well, I got ahead of myself. I was last week trying to make some amount of tension, right?
Right.
Yeah, but he didn't actually leave. He was just motioning to the door to get there and then open the door and everything. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Same guy. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to get that whole what's happening. Right. So anyway, this is what's happening. And yeah, it's to be noted, this is a live band, so you're not going to be entertained.
It's not an undead band?
Yes, instead of that, or, what we could call compressed music at that particular point. Right, so this is not coming from a compact disc. Oddly enough. Okay, are you muted, or? I can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Bella is ill, everyone, and she's needing to go outside again. So I will be back in a minute. Sorry.
Okay.
It's going to be a lot. There may be a lot of these. She's had us up all night.
Yeah,
it's been fun.
A few times there. All right. Well, I won't do anything specifically outrageously noting until you get back. I don't know if you can still hear me, but yes.
Yep.
We're just setting up the environment. So the troops, the troubadour or whatever, the whole band comes in, and oh wow, but she's not here to hear this. What do I do? There's something actually special for her.
What's the timing of this again?
This is in the
I can't remember exactly. Okay, because I was gonna just sleep in the office, but this is happening before that. Like we were all getting prepared and stuff like that, and then
Yeah, you got to have dinner first, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But you still have your set of keys then at this point.
I still have the keys. There's a chain. Yeah.
Yep.
Keychain is put through the loop of a chain, which is wrapped around my arm, which is tied around my waist.
Very good. Oh man, I have something specifically awesome that I want to say, but I can't say.
I can see what's coming. I know what's coming.
Do you?
The band?
Mm-hmm.
Are they an all accordion band?
Well, there is indeed some accordions, but they're not all accordion. That would be brilliant, but no, I didn't think of that. No, this is going to do more for. I suppose I can just state it when she gets back.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's suspenseful though.
So I don't know if Tao should be doing something special tonight. Like I could go and perch myself on one of those balconies near the vault. The thing is, we have no. Like, there's been all this build-up with the vault, but it's entirely possible that there's nothing that's going to happen there. It's like some other leak in the organization in a completely different place.
The vault seems pretty secure. If the stuff is just disappearing from the vault. But the problem is, it does seem like the stuff's disappearing from the vault because we watched the money come in right up to the point where it goes into the lift of inescapable doom, where theoretically no one can survive inside the lift. They just put the money in there, they seal it up, and then it's gone. It's into the vault. The vault automatically counts it. You apparently can't go in there or you become a corpse, is what has been strongly implied.
And everything's balanced in the evening, but it's in the morning that, like, there's not as much money, right?
Yeah.
Well, you don't really know the full gist of it. You just know you've been told that things have been missing, like the balance.
Yeah, but
I think that's part
they
of
keep
why
a record
we're
every day.
This way is to make sure that is when it's happening, or try and find out when it's happening.
Yeah, and that'll be more revealed when you actually have some time to look through the books. You haven't really had a chance to do that yet.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. You'll know. Well, I suppose specifically it would be more Eric, who was supposedly staying in the office. The books and stuff like that are in there. So.
Right, but the person who's here, the person who normally is the only person with authority to access the vault, and she gets the receipts every day, has she been aware that anything's missing at all?
She, if you think back to the beginning and the whole sort of interaction between her and Alaska, it seemed a bit of confusion. She knew that you guys were here for something, but she doesn't exactly know fully what.
Okay.
It's just
so maybe things have been missing from the vault, but she hasn't been looking at the books so carefully, so she doesn't know. Or maybe we'll find out when we look at the books that no, everything is balanced, and this is not the source of the missing anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some sort of like shadow doubts and such that are cast upon several of the higher ups of this area, but you guys are here and you're really bugging them, like, because they don't know why you're here specifically. You're just here and for something special. And Alaska doesn't say, and Alaska is being kind of an aggravation. Also, I hear myself. Hello, self. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Can everybody else hear me? Am I just hearing myself?
Yeah. We're hearing the echo. It's from Ava's mic.
It's probably from my room. Oh my god. All right. I can use headphones. Oh, where are my headphones? I'll use the headphones then. You can hear yourself from my room. That's good.
Well, we're hearing echo. We're hearing Briar echo through your mic pickup.
Yeah.
Maybe it's coming out of his room and getting picked up in the background of your mic, or maybe it's just echoing through your speakers. I don't know.
Yeah,
well, I can actually hear him better from the door than I can from the speakers. I have my speakers pretty low, but
it's a testament to that, compressed audio again being less awesome than the real life. Very good. So I hope that explains some things. The Sun, I was just telling both Eric and Tao about they had some questions regarding some of the earlier events and who might know what's going on and everything. Nalasker is the only one, that the guy you talked to first, the very intriguing guy. He's the only one who really knows what's happening. Everybody else, like the second in command, like Shalaska, the girl that you've talked to the most, the sort of captain of the guard, she happens to know very little as to what's going on. You guys are just here, doing something very important and don't know what exactly, but she doesn't like the fact that some of you have powers that she has as well. There's like a sort of equality thing happening.
Yeah.
With Tao really sets her on edge, but Anyway, because she knows who Tao is, right?
Okay.
How could she not?
So the door,
Okay.
yeah.
But
She doesn't know Tao, but she knows the widow.
Black Widow, yeah. Or not
Right,
Black Widow, but
okay.
the Widow, yeah. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, before Bells had to go and do stuff, we have like a troop of.
We had a band going. I heard that as I was leaving. Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming through the door. All right, and they're carrying their stuff, and everybody seems to be like, yay, woo. But there's an interesting thing that you notice, Lasan, and of course you can't not see it, is the fact that in the group of people coming through that door is indeed one of your brothers. Because, and he happens to be bringing with him today, not his I'm doing this because of Quill. You can blame Quill. Not because of anything specific that you know of, but he likes to play the lute. But, however, today he's coming in with an accordion.
My God, your brother's the one who's been ripping this place off.
No!
Or if you have to get in a fight with him.
Uh-oh.
And money hidden in the accordion.
My brother, the bard, the one who calls him, his stage name is Ed of the Greenwood. Sorry.
This is good. This is how things are gonna go. So yeah, they come in and immediately set up really fast. I mean, there's no electrical plugs or cables or anything. Strangely enough, so you guys just watch them really quickly set up in the far corner, and so they start playing some music, and of course you've got a very, very noticing, generous nod from your brother. He's surprised. You can see it in his eyes. He's like, "Oh, I have to remain composed, though." And music starts playing, and everybody starts not everybody, but some people start standing up and so clapping before.
We saw a guy get up and leave in a sort of. You had said last week, just as we were ending, that I had noticed this guy just sort of, I don't know, something unusual about it, right?
Yep. He stood up while everybody else was sitting down. He stood up fast, is the thing, and he started walking towards the door really fast.
Okay, like maybe he forgot something. I mean, maybe it was no big deal. Maybe it means nothing at all. But on the other hand, we're here looking for someone. So while all of this is going on, I was going to say, get up and try to follow him in a very kind of quiet manner and see where he goes.
Apparently, Briar was just screwing with us. This is the guy who was opening the door for the band.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
So he doesn't actually leave. He doesn't actually leave. He just goes and opens the door for the band.
That's the only thing I can think of. It's like, okay, I got what do I have here? To have interest for next week. But yes, that was the interest.
You're terrible. Okay, that's okay. That's
then
good.
He explodes into fire and the place is on fire now. So I'm just joking. No, that's not what happens. So,
okay.
Lots of people. More people are coming in now as well. They know the band is here, obviously. And you would assume that the band came in prior to the locking of the gates and everything. They must have been outside in one of the other inns, or the not really an inn, because this is where like visitors stay generally. There is another place outside that you guys, I suppose,
is it like a staff dormitory or something?
Yeah, Eric would know about it because there's a certain they had to walk right by it. So yeah, anyway, there's that. So yeah, music is playing, people are kind of boisterous, moving around even a bit more, there's more liquor flowing, and people are getting quite festive. That is the environment. Okay, does anybody partake of the rounds of liquor that are making their way across? There are people buying rounds for larger groups of people right now.
I'm on duty.
You're on duty?
Yeah,
You're going to not partake?
I don't think so. We'll just give it all to Eric. He's big. He'll never feel it. He'll be fine.
I don't know about all. Eric's going to have a drink, but he's going to keep it limited.
Okay.
So
we can pretend we're drinking a little bit, but
okay.
you know.
Well, I'm probably going to be staking out the front door of the vault overnight, and I can't be getting up to go pee every couple hours.
Weren't we going to, with the keys, did we have to bring the keys back to the office? Weren't we going to?
Yeah, Eric's going to
I thought Eric had stayed there already.
No.
Had he not stayed?
I don't think so.
In
you
the
guys
office?
had come back out to eat and stuff.
We planned that, but apparently this is happening before we actually tuck in for the night.
Okay, so you still have the keys with you?
Yeah, I still have the keys.
Okay.
So plan to keep the keys.
Okay.
But yeah, I was all getting ready for that, but in actuality, it's like supper time after, because there were people we were talking to. They're like, "Oh, as soon as you do that, I gotta go eat because I haven't eaten yet." Stuff like that.
Yeah, Eric is in the office. Like that's how I remembered it too. Actually, I thought we had stopped by the office because we were going to turn the keys in, and then you had decided to sleep there for the night. And I thought Tao and I had left, or something.
I thought that was the plan. I thought,
maybe
that's you could leave. You could leave. Are you not eating then? Are you not part of the festivities here?
No. That's when it's time to go to. When it's time to go to bed. We had the same perception, she and I, but it was a bit of a time warp because we weren't quite there yet. So.
Okay. Yeah, because there was the
whole
idea
there were other people. Yeah, there's people in chat too saying, "Isn't he in the office?" Like that. Yeah. I thought you were already there, and it was just Tao and I at the pub or something.
Because I thought he was here in the tavern proper, but if he wants to be he can be. It's
that was the plan. But if it's not like nighttime yet, then. Like I'm still gonna eat and stuff like that. So
yeah, I figured that would be proper. I mean,
oh, we still have the keys with us then.
I've got the keys chained to me.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
All right. That's good to know. All right. So yeah. So the only person who's going to be taking of drink is going to be Eric, as I'm understanding. Correct?
Yeah, just one.
Okay. So yeah, after you just drinking it, you're having a few like sips of it. Give me a Constitution check.
Okay. Constitution.
Seriously?
Check or save?
Just Constitution. Well, check. Just
I
just want to know what your con is in terms of like what your booze tolerance right now. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. So. Yeah, so everything starts to pick up a bit more. Oh, and Lasan, your brother's really giving it. It's amazing. He's there are you don't exactly know how he gets paid, and maybe he gets paid before because there's no money being transferred in and around. People aren't tipping, so you don't know what's going on about that. You don't know.
Oh, so it's a European bar.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they do things different in this interim or something. You know.
You got a crazy accordion solo. He's gonna do Free Bird.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, it's really going down. He's bringing it in really fast, and he's hitting those keys really, really hard. He's amazing.
It's a Weird Al tribute band.
Yes,
that's what the accordion's for.
In fact, you know what? There are a couple of parodies he's throwing in there. There's some really well-known songs about some well-known kings and their accomplishments, but he's parried in.
Oh yeah, you got to
really
do that satire.
Right. Yeah, he's a bard. Come on. All right.
Brother is Weird Al Yankovic. That's awesome.
Are you guys all together, or are you kind of separated? Do you have an overhead-looking area, or you?
I didn't know there was an overhead-looking area, but I assumed we were just
balconies and such and around.
I was just thinking we were eating at the bar, or something like that, getting some chow down before we went to work.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you all are all together then as a cluster.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think so.
Yep. Sure. We're still talking strategy, probably.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I mean, you're enjoying the music. You don't have to be solo right now. So
yeah, I mean, obviously the widow always wants to be on the lookout for things, but I don't think I'm really expecting anything to be going on at dinner time in the bar. I don't think that's where shit's going down, yo. Yeah,
and that would be really strange if it was the case. Yeah. Okay.
I'm mostly just watching the kitchen entrance to see if anyone see who's going in and out of there. If perchance I noticed someone who didn't seem like they looked like they should be there. Because of course the office is through the kitchen.
So yeah, give me an investigation check. Actually, just give me another one. You guys made one last week, I think, but let's get a new one now that everything is really, really crowded and crazy.
Investigate. There we go.
23.
Okay.
2010.
2010.
And then we have so wow. Okay, these are good enough rolls for Tao and Lasan. Both of you are quite sure that this is just staff, that the normal people that you've seen before, going back and forth between the doors into the kitchen, outside of the kitchen, wait staff and everything, as well as the bartenders. They don't tend to move too far from their position on their bar. They have their own little sections, and they're working really, really hard within it.
Yeah, they're leashed, so you can't just pull them from across the bar.
Yeah, no. They're especially if you go too far outside of their aggro range, they will definitely run back and receive full hit points back. It happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're reading Rose comment in chat. There's a really well-known song about a well-known ranger who was a stealthy scout, and the band is playing a parody about how the ranger kept stepping on things and making noise. Thank you.
There's another round of drinks being bought. You see, very familiar, because he's not exactly a stand-out kind of dwarf, but you've seen him before. I mean, you almost tripped on him, right? So you see the dwarf that you saw before, who was meddling around with the poison, the rat poison.
Oh, right,
earlier.
The rat.
The exterminator.
Yeah. So he's buying
Now
drinks.
he's pouring
buying
drinks?
rounds for people. And he immediately, because you guys, I guess, are near the bar. That's where you're currently stationed. So he turns around. He's like, he's all happy, right? He's really, really jovial, and you can tell he's had a few. And he's like, oh, you know what? He just starts passing it around. He's handing it straight to Tao. Tao, you want?
See,
Take it.
I already have a drink that I'm nursing, so I can use that to try and deflect future drinks.
This is true.
Right? Just like,
as long as your cup's not empty, you don't need a refill.
I was gonna say, I probably had some tea, but it might
have
be
enough red poison for tonight.
Yeah, but I probably finished it with the food, so I'll accept the drink, but I won't actually drink it.
Oh, okay, all right. He's like, he just he doesn't even notice you. Not even.
Yeah.
If you don't even sip it, he doesn't care. He's just like, you took it and he's
Like,
fine.
I smell it. It's like, smells a little like warfarin.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So then another one comes out.
Okay, I have a problem with blood clots.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's just it. He's giving you medicine if that was the case.
Yeah.
So then he hands one to Lasan. Lasan, you take it.
Yeah, not drinking anything, but we'll take it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very good.
I mean, I'm not
Kinda
expecting it to be poison or
Toast
anything.
him back and say,
I
yeah,
got
this
work
is
to do.
great.
Excellent. All right. And he keeps on. And then he's grabbing a few more, whatever, and he's looking around because he's got other people. He's handing one back at the side of him, and he's getting a little stressed because he's got more in front of him than he knows what to do with. So he starts drinking some. Right. Starts drinking a couple of them because he can't carry two of them, and then he starts grabbing the rest of them. He starts waddling off into the crowd. Okay. So we also have a insight check that we need to have right now.
Insight check.
Everybody get an insight check.
22.
I only have a +1. Whoa, but apparently I'll roll a nat 20.
Okay.
This is great. Then when we get in combat, it'll be all my good rolls have been wasted.
It could possibly happen.
Yep.
Ooh, there we go. Natural one. God damn it.
Okay. All right. So what happens? I'm going to start with Lasan. You rolled first. Lasan, as you're taking the beverage and you're looking and you're taking a whiff of it, you're smelling it and everything. It doesn't smell out of the ordinary, right? It smells just fine. But what you do notice is there's a quick sort of gesture, almost it's somebody, but I'm going to refer to them as a shadow of a sort, on the reverse side of Eric. You do notice that, and that's the fastest thing you see. That's with that roll. Now, when it comes to Tao, because Tao rolls a nat 20, Tao notices very, very quickly that this particular shadow, as it just kind of moves back and across the floor, on the reverse side of Eric, seems to sort of motion to where you're pretty sure Eric keeps his keys. Okay?
And who's he? I'd think maybe he's trying to grab at the keys or do something like that.
Yeah. And the interesting thing about this shadow, too, is it's the size of a dwarf. Now, it's the size of a dwarf, but, there's another dwarf on the other side. That's different. There's two different dwarves, right?
Okay.
It is the size of a dwarf, though, and it's very shaped, like, covered cowl, everything. You notice that...
we're not racist. We don't think that all the dwarves look alike.
Yeah. Is it a dwarf or a halfling, or, like, a really built halfling? Okay, it could be one or the other. Anyway. And as for the natural one, you're really enjoying your drink. It's delicious. It is really, really tasty. You're just sipping your way through and you're keeping an eye out there. It's amazing. So,
or he's just listening to the band too closely.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Stab the shadow. Okay. So that's what happens. Even the nat 20, you do notice that the shadow does do something. It reaches for the side and the area where you're pretty sure that Eric is keeping his keys.
Well, I will use my my mind meld like telepathy to inform the others, and particularly Eric. Like, I'm trying to actually keep it on the DL. Like, I'm not going to jump at this guy and say, "Hey, what are you doing?" Right? Because if this guy is actually maybe a suspect, we might actually want to like
just
let him kind of get away with it and then follow him or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I will suggest that through the mental lake, but certainly suggest to Eric that he notice what's going on with his chain.
Yeah.
But be cool.
So, yeah.
While I'll casually sort of slide over maybe a little closer or be more positioned in case we decide to do something.
Right.
So I'm gonna sort of reach down to where I keep my coins and put my hand there and sort of fumble around a bit, like jiggle them a little bit, and then just like sort of furrow my brows, like as if like maybe I couldn't find the money I was looking for or something, and then reach sort of into my jacket there where the keys are. Now the keys, there's still a chain wrapped around my arm. I guess I just like grab it and then put them back up into my coach to keep them there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just reach up there and see. Make sure the keys are still there.
Okay, very good. And the keys are still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, I'll just like with the mental thing is like they still seem to be here. It's hard to subtly count them in if we're trying to not be noticed.
Can we see this fellow leave or head for a door? What?
Yeah, because say probably a good idea for one of us to shadow the shadow.
Follow him, yeah.
And also get a good look at his face.
That is indeed a possibility. Getting a look at his face is going to be obviously a lot harder. But if you want to roll you know what, Eric, specifically because you're trying to kind of like, oh, look, I'm looking for my gold or whatever. Give me a deception check if you don't mind.
Deception check. Yeah. It's double digit.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. You all I needed was a 10. So yeah, you successfully go like, oh, my gold. Oh, I found it. Okay, fine. So.
And I'm definitely gonna try to follow. Like, is he leaving? Is he walking away?
He starts to walk away. He's certainly walking away.
Yeah.
Like back towards. You guess
Toward
the trajectory is more towards the door, the main door.
The door leading outside, or the door to the kitchen?
Yeah,
outside.
The door leading outside to the courtyard.
All right. Well, I mean, this place is crowded. There's a lot of people sort of like singing and dancing. Not everyone's necessarily paying attention. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using a stealth check to sort of disappear into the crowd and follow this guy like closely, especially if he's got any associates. I don't want them to spot that I'm doing this. So two things. With my nomadic chameleon discipline, I can focus on it and gain advantage to stealth, and I can activate like the one power where I can attempt to hide even if I fail to meet the requirements to do so normally. So even if I didn't properly have, the kind of cover you need to do a stealth check and things like that, I can do it here. So like total just slip into the crowd. I don't want anyone to recognize that I've left the bar. They're just like, oh, wasn't there someone else there? I'm not sure, And I want to follow this guy.
Okay, I'm just making sure I have this correct. Because there's going to be a question here in just a second, and you may or may not be privy to this. Let's see.
Stealth check or not going? I think roll 20 is...
You're buggered?
Oh, wait, there we go. There was a pop-up, but it was behind a window.
Ah, okay.
There you go, 25.
Nice.
Okay, very good. Yes, that works out. All right, so you did 25 for a stealth check?
Yeah.
Okay, that is certainly good enough. Okay.
My tailing skill, I guess.
Yeah, so you easily... Richie the Gamer, thank you very much, man. Also, before you was Risen Dragon, I saw that as well. Thank you both for your generosity this morning. Very much appreciated. So yeah, you're quite stealthy. As far as you know, actually I should probably roll. Okay. As far as you know, you are undetected. by the shadow in front of you as it's moving towards the door. Okay.
So we have a shadow going out toward the door. We have Tao being super stealthy behind him.
Right.
No one's even noticing. Eric, should you and I be keeping some distance and following Tao? So far enough back that the other guy's not noticing us, but that we keep her in sight?
I was trying not to warn any compatriots he might have that she's going with it. So if we all go, then it'll be really obvious.
And I don't think Eric has a really good stealth check, but I mean,
well,
it might work out.
Actually have a pretty solid stealth check.
Oh,
the problem is
better than mine.
My armor.
Yeah. Well, you need to listen. You've got an extra accordion. You know that your brother's playing accordions now. You can just kind of go and get.
They
one.
won't hear mine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. I'm super stealthy today.
That's true. It's exactly how Tao's fading into the crowd because it's just like a person and a bunch of people, and you can just fade into the noise because it's just an accordion.
Look how well that's working. Look at this.
Wow.
Look how well that would be working. I just wanted to roll and just see what it would have been. But
Lasan suddenly turns around and takes a step and knocks into someone who's got a beer that flings it way up into the air, comes crashing down to the ground.
Oh. Ooh. It's almost bad enough where your brother might have noticed, but no, it's not quite bad enough. Enough. You didn't really do that though. That was just
with my brother.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh yeah, I see. Okay. All right. So as far as I know, we just have Tal shadowing the shadow, if that makes any sense. But yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shadowing the shadow.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Right. So
I think this is probably for the best because I've got ability to do invisibility stuff and things too. I'm just looking for information. I'm not hoping to start a fight.
Okay. Very good. As you are following the shadow out through the door, I'm going to say you keep a pretty good eye on him. Actually, is there another roll I should be doing for that? Is because perception, maybe a perception check. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, we could. That's totally cool too. There's an argument to be made that if you're tailing, then what you're trying to do with your stealth is just try to stay close enough to keep an eye on things.
Right.
Without doing that. But yeah, if the other guy is actively trying to be sneaky, then yeah, there should be an opposed thing with perception, I guess. That makes sense. There's
just that issue there with, because in my head I'm thinking. And maybe not. Maybe this is completely fine. I want to pass it by you guys, see what you think first, because I don't want to just employ a rule here that doesn't quite fit. Is the fact that this is the Zentarum area, so everybody's pretty competent with stealth and spotting stealth and all these sorts of things. So to be stealthy in amongst the people that are constantly looking out or really good at making those checks, right?
Yeah. Well, does he have any idea that I'm tailing him? Has he spotted me?
No, as far as you know, yeah.
Have you spotted that he has spotted you?
Yeah. Have you done a perception check against me?
Yes,
we just turn this into a recursive, infinite cycle of perception versus stealth.
Yeah, when you rolled stealth first time, I rolled perception, and as far as you know, you don't think he knows you're there. It doesn't really matter though, because what happens is as you're leading up to the door, he pushes into the door, but the door doesn't move.
The door? Oh, to leave the bar?
Yep.
Oh.
Is it the same door that the band came through?
Yep. After the door is now back shut and everything, and he pushes into the door doesn't move, and he keeps walking.
What do you mean he keeps walking? He walks through the door. So the shadow is actually a shadow. He walks through the door.
You can have him knowledge arcana or something like that if you want to. See if you have any idea what might possibly happened.
Misty Step or... Well,
We're
no,
all
you need
watching
vision for
this.
that.
Oh,
Gaseous
form?
That's pretty good, actually. Even on a 2, you have... What? That's amazing.
Or rolling well. I've been rolling almost as well as when I killed Demon Axe character in our D&D campaign.
Yeah.
D20 plus 3. Oh, you rolled a 16. It shows up as a 2 on my screen. That's why I'm confused.
That's weird.
Yeah, it shows up as a 2.
What you're seeing is Eva's roll.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. D20 roll stuck on there.
Ah, okay. That's what's happening.
Why? It's not showing.
This isn't 3.5. There's no way you can have plus 16 to anything.
Right. So
I may not have the 3D dice turned on, so it might just have her old die up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that would be something. All right, so it's fine. I see the total there. No, you were quite sure. If this is no no specific trick, because there was no motion to cast a spell. You are pretty confident that the shadow is like not even real. Like this is somebody else's doing. You're following something that's not even corporeal. It's just a thing. It's magical.
Right.
You're pretty certain that you don't have to follow it any further. It's a ruse. Whoever cast it is probably still inside here.
Oh, I see. And they're just trying to maybe lure someone away or do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like it's still kind of a strange conclusion to come to. Like, why wouldn't I still try to follow it until it like faded out or something?
Well, you would technically, but you rolled high enough where you're kind of like, I'm giving you that. I'm
recognizing this as a sort of magic that it's not accomplishing anything. It's an illusion, and it's not going to keep going. Like past the door, it'll just end up dissolving or something.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, all right.
Yeah. You rolled well enough. Anything lower than a 16, you would have probably went on out the door. But all right. But anyway, also interesting things to note, because again, you guys know sort of how the security systems work in this area. If it was a spell that was cast in and around the area, it would have to be outside of and away from the bar and the office area, because otherwise, somebody would have been tagged and flagged, and everything would have been noticed.
Are there people on the upper balcony?
Yes, there are. There are soldiers.
Like they're staring a little too carefully.
There's soldiers on the upper balcony, but no, they don't look exactly super alert at the moment. They're there. They've got their armaments and stuff like that, but they're not. They're sort of like talking back and forth, and they're sort of scanning, but they're not like all eyes on the crowd at the moment.
Okay, so you're saying that this is some sort of spell. Tao's figured that out. She had a brain thing going with us, so we probably know that. But if somebody was in the room casting this spell, we would see that. But they've got to be relatively close by anyway. So what? They're back in the kitchen. They're hiding in another room.
No, what you're understanding is that if you were to cast a spell next to the bar or behind the bar or in the kitchen or in the office, there would be not only just a marking where you're fairy fire. You're not going to just be showing up to everybody, but you would also have an alarm would go off and follow that person around. But that didn't happen, so you're kind of understanding that whoever cast the spell is probably to the far side of the room proper itself, or maybe on the balconies or wherever. But they're definitely away from the bar area.
Do either one of you have the ability to cast Detect Magic?
It's a good question.
What would that even be under?
I think so.
Like, is a spell? No.
Yeah, it's a spell. I think it's first level.
I don't.
I don't think it's a cantrip or anything, so.
I do not.
No way. Nothing like that.
Yeah, because it is on the Ranger spell list, but you have limited number of known spells, right?
Yeah, and I don't have that.
Okay. Is this something that you can swap out, like, for the next day? It might be handy in this area, in this whole endeavor. I don't know.
No, with the Ranger, you pick when you level up, like, what spells you know.
Okay,
and that's what you know. It's not like I'm getting up every day and saying, oh, what spells do I need today? I just have...
You're not a wizard.
Whatever.
Okay, I understand.
Not a wizard.
Okay.
You're a wizard, son.
So the festivities are still going on. You don't have a way to probably figure out where or who cast the spell at the very least. But you didn't get sent on a wild goose chase, so that's something. Even though you almost did.
Almost, yeah.
So what do you guys want to do about it? So you're going to go and confer with your compatriots about what happened?
Well, I mean, we certainly have to be looking. Get a really good, solid look at whoever is in here. You know, was there anything noticeable with someone else sitting around? Is there somebody trying, to be too nonchalant, not looking at us? Is there someone kind of standing out from the crowd in some way? I mean, there's a lot of drinking going on. There's rounds being bought. There's dwarves handing out stuff. There's a band going on. There's, this is like, woohoo, party time. Is there someone who's just kind of standing out from that, who's looking worried, who's trying too hard to fit in? Is there anything that we're noticing? Do we need another perception check or something?
Did you say that there's an upper level to this,
balcony,
like in the bar area?
Yeah.
I know there was, because we know there was one near the vault, but is there actually like an upper rail?
Oh, you're cutting out pretty hard.
Breaking up real bad. Yeah, I didn't get any of that. There is a balcony, if that's what you were asking.
There is a balcony.
Yeah.
The balcony does not extend, though. At least the second floor balcony does not go above the bar. The bar is pretty open to the top. But yes, further on to where you guys are staying, there's a balcony that runs across up to the top levels there, second floor, and does wrap around. And there's another staircase that goes up to a third tier where the
So who's up there? Is it crowded?
treasury is.
Is there guards up there? Look, what's up there?
Yeah,
Who's
there's
up there?
definite guards up there. As I mentioned, there's guards up there, and they don't seem to be, because
They weren't.
also asked whether or not they
Yeah.
were alert. They're alert. They're
were.
up there, but they're not. They're talking to each other and such.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Are there other people up there, or is it just guards on the balcony?
No, just guards
there-
up there.
Oh, just guards up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, it could be.
Actually, I guess Tal, you would know
probably
this.
is an inside job, but the guards, yeah.
Tal would know specifically, I think, just in terms of like rules of these sorts of areas. BA, select, start, yes. Up, down, left, right. So, yeah, no, Tal, you would understand that when there's events like this, when there's like this sort of what do you want to call it? Party, I suppose. There's other words for it, but anyway, this sort of festivity thing happening, they usually make sure that other patrons, unless of course they have, they can show proof of their staying in the inn, they do not get to move around anywhere near other people's rooms, right? They're
Okay.
So people are not just lollygagging in and about the upper.
So to get to the rooms, we have to go up the stairs to the balcony, past the guards.
Yes.
To get to our room. Okay.
Yeah.
So the balcony isn't a bunch of tables and more people partying. It's the walkway back to the rooms, and it is being guarded.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like when you're at a hotel where you need to use your key card to activate the elevator.
Yeah.
It totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes. They're like bouncers or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It keeps people.
Okay.
Because I mean, again, this is the sort of scenario where if anybody wanted to skulk around and probably go pilfer and steal from rooms and such, this would be a lot easier if there was a party around. So yeah. Okay. Right. Anything else you guys want to do?
Man, we're not noticing anything. Somebody pretended to try to steal the keys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and Tal, you noticed quite clearly. You did not miss a single beat. You saw the hand go in, and you saw the hand come out.
That's weird.
If it was just an illusion, like you think, then it would make sense that it can't actually steal the keys.
But what would be the point of this? Somebody is casting a spell in here and taking that sort of risk.
Yeah.
Were they trying to tell us something? Were they trying to hint, I know you've got the key? Or was this maybe this was like a weird, like, locate object spell, right? It's like, ghost thing, find me the keys to this. And so the ghost goes all the way, grabs into there, and then just goes away without doing anything.
So this could have been cast, in some other building, and somebody followed this in?
Are you sure that you still have the original keys? Are you sure you haven't, been swapped?
There's the thing.
Or this could be something where they're going to be able to create, like, a magical duplicate of the keys now, right? This is like, it was doing a copy, and it's going to go and do a paste somewhere else.
Okay. Conceivable, although I think the key would make it pretty hard to just copy them, you would think. But we don't know that for sure.
You think the keys are what? You're breaking up again.
Yeah.
No, I've been breaking up pretty hard. I don't know what's going on. So I'm definitely not uploading anything.
Well, I hear you now. That was pretty coherent.
Okay, so what would be the point of this?
It comes and goes.
You're saying there is a possibility that they could have done some sort of... Oh, okay, everything's crashing here. Okay, you're back. I lost you completely there for a bit.
Maybe Briar's just messing with us.
I mean, of course I'm messing with you.
He's done it twice now with the
my
door. Yeah. But just in case, like, they did somehow copy the keys or they've got some weird shit going on, I think Tao might decide now this is the time for her to go and, like, watch the front door of the vault.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe our night's over. Maybe we just need to go back to the office. Yeah.
It could be, because Lisanne wanted to look through all the accounting and stuff like that.
Well, today in game time, we had followed the kind of the path. The money was collected. We had an amount, and then we checked to see what the amount was in the vault. But that's really doesn't tell us anything because we don't know what was supposed to go in the vault in the first place. I mean, if there's something being stolen before it gets to the vault, we have no way of knowing that unless we can check records previously. You know, if they get 100 gold every night, and now suddenly what's been going in is 70, then we know the problem is even before it gets to this mysterious vault of whateverness that we have found.
The tax collector was saying that, like, it seems like he knew how much there was supposed to be, and you were going with him and counting, and that's the amount you were getting. So, unless he had the wrong numbers, we don't know how he gets his numbers.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he could be the thing. You know, he's got some deal with a store, says, well, instead of giving your 20, just give 10 and we'll split it. You know, I mean, we don't know. We don't know what today's value, if it's the same as the values coming in a year ago or 6 months ago or last week. That was, like, we have nothing to compare it to. I was thinking we needed to check that at some point to... You know, if the same amount of money is going in the vault as it always has, then we can forget everything leading up to the vault. We can forget the collection. We can forget all of that stuff and focus on how does someone get into the vault and steal it afterwards.
Yeah, great idea. Yeah, we need to eliminate
we
certain
don't know
possibilities.
which side, you know, we're looking at. So.
Yeah, so you guys go in there. Yeah, do the forensic accounting. I'm going to go guard the vault. Screw this bar scene. It's stupid.
It's stupid. Yeah. You even got
just like in real life, I'm not into the bar scene.
Yeah.
Forensic accounting D&D. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
So how does the guy who hired them know there should be more money if the reports add up? Yeah, I know. That's an interesting thing. But I suppose you guys don't know if the reports, anything about the reports at the moment. You're going to have to go in. You have to manually thumb through paper, which is going to be fantastic action.
Yeah.
But currently...
the accounting.
Yes, the accounting. The idea, I think, is Tao is now going to try to make their way up the stairs, right? You said you were going to the vault door?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So as you start making your way there, the soldiers that are there, they turn, they see you, they nod to you, and they just step aside.
Goddamn right.
They know the full drill at this point. Okay. Interestingly enough, not hard to not see. You've got Lisanne and Eric see Shalaska move from the revelry to follow.
Say that again?
Shalaska's following Tao.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're still in mental communication, so that's pretty good. I think maybe we should just retire to the office because that should be a safe place, safe for the keys and stuff like that, and. You can you can try and check through the accounting. I mean, I can try and help you check through the accounting. I'm not sure that's my area of expertise.
I don't think it's mine either, but I mean, a number is a number. If one number's bigger than, before.
Yeah. Lisanne has done like a million things in her life already. Like she's...
Well, I mean, she comes from a big family, and she's got a couple of her brothers are merchants and all the rest of it. So there is a certain amount of,
I've done shopkeeping. Like I might have some insights, but really,
you run a shop.
I was more on the smithing side of the shop than the outfacing.
And Tao would certainly know all this too. I mean, she's running her little pie shop. Absolutely. She would know all this too. So,
but I'm not going to be participating in this. Although maybe later. Maybe that'll be something we'll have to hunker down and work on together. Just FYI, the mind weld does not work if we can't see each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering because those abilities are really, really powerful. They gotta have some kind of limitations.
There is
Yeah.
a version
Yeah.
of it that I think you can. There's a send message or something like that. I think. That
Yeah,
is-
there's things, but my ability is just like basically a cantrip.
Right.
And technically it's a round by round. But yeah, one whittling creature you see within 120 feet.
Okay. So it is line of sight. Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So Tao is going up, and are you guys retiring to the office? Or are you going back?
I think so. I don't. I'm not liking this crowd scene. It seems awkward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
In the sun, you're following,
Got,
or are you
got
going
some
to wait for
food
your
in
brother?
me. Not too much like fluid. We'll just take it right there.
Well, Eric's got the keys. I'll stick
Yeah.
with Eric.
Ah,
We can't just have him wandering around town on his own. So
fair enough. All right. Yeah.
that seems not a great choice.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so Tao is going up the stairs. By this point, Tao is already on the second balcony, going for the third. Shalaska is in pursuit, and of course we have Eric and Lasan both rounding the bar and sort of deftly sidestepping and trying to get out of the way of the bartenders as they're doing their thing.
Crowded?
And yeah, moving into the kitchen. Kitchen staff is crazy. That place is blown up right now. So many people walking back and forth, the servants and everything. Still don't see anything out of the ordinary. Everybody seems to be, well, calm is a relative term in this manner. Things are working
They're kitchening
well.
as hard as they can.
Yeah, exactly. Things are working well in the kitchen. Yeah, and so you just kind of like move straight on through there to the office.
Okay.
I have to have... No, wait, we can't go into the office because we have to have Shalaska with us. That's what I forgot. We can't just go into the office without Shalaska.
Why?
Oh.
Because that's because of the thing we were talking about last time, that the office is like super secure or whatever, and you gotta...
There's
we
some
were talking if
invisible
I'm staying at
something.
night, fine, but if like I leave, I can't go back in without Shalaska.
Right.
There is
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a thing. It's another security measure for the office and for the keys and such. There is the idea. It comes to your mind. Eric Shalaska had said that, but is it possible that maybe Tal also has the same power? You don't know that.
Yeah, but I'm not there either.
Nah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
No, I'm thinking when Shalaska moved to go after Tao, we really should, like, remembering this, should like tried to catch her and be like, hey, can you let us back into the office now? It's enough like fooling around. We got work to do. Or is that too much? Or is that too retcon now? Too far back?
Man. No.
Yeah. All right, if we missed our chance, we missed our chance. It's fine.
I suppose maybe I should have said you guys roll and have a wisdom check or something like that, and you would have remembered. But I didn't do that.
Yeah, we just all forgot.
Honestly, I think that's just my fault. No, you can retcon it. It's fine.
Okay. I mean, with it, but yeah, when she starts getting up to leave, Eric will try and signal her. It's like, hey, we got some food into us now. I think it's time for us to go start checking books. So she's getting up to try and follow Tao.
Yep. And then she does give you just a hold on a minute type of thing, and she continues after Tao.
Okay, interesting.
So Tao was going back to our rooms?
No, Tao's going to the vault.
Yeah.
To the vault. Okay.
So, I mean, then in that case, I'm up there, I'm at the balcony, I'm passing by the guards, they're letting me go. But at this point, I'm aware that Shalaska is, like, walking to me.
Yeah. Shalaska's not trying to stealth.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'll stop up there and just see what she wants then.
Okay.
Okay, if we can't get back to the office anyway, why don't we just go with them, Eric? Maybe you can try your keys at the vault and see if they still open things. Make sure they didn't actually get exchanged or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can follow or.
I mean, if we can't get back to the office, yeah.
Split decision.
Well, let's see what she has to say.
We can see what. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you come face to face with her, and she's like, she asks you, is like, where are you going?
Well, obviously, I'm going to keep an eye on the vault tonight.
Is there something I should know? Because the vault is clearly secure. I can tell from here.
I suspect that there's a lot that clearly you should know, and that your employer thinks you don't. So that's what we're here for. You got a problem with that?
Yeah. Okay. Roll an intimidation check.
Yeah, you're goddamn right.
Oh.
Do I have anything that gives me any? I don't think I've got any bonuses to that.
I think you might have. You might have it anyway. I didn't roll exceptionally well. All right. So you do intimidate her, but not a lot. And it's to that point to where she's.
I can kill you with my brain.
Yeah, she's gonna be more aloof on this sort of. She's gonna back off basically, to some degree, getting some sort of like sinister, almost a sinister sort of vibe to you, and knowing who you are specifically. This is the greater part of her her wisdom, and she is going to just kind of like just like make a sound with her teeth, like she's clearly not impressed. But she turns around and she starts walking back down the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right,
Check yourself.
So we really have to get up and follow anyway, because again, while still in the room, Tao can be communicating this with us.
Yeah. Easily.
Okay, but other than that, I will continue on to the vault if she's going back down, and yeah.
Okay, and Lasan and Eric are following?
Well, if she's coming back down, we wanted to go into the office, right?
Yeah, if she's coming back down, we'll just have her get the office open for us.
That's totally doable. Okay, so Tao is going to check on the vault, everybody, and then we've got Lasan and Eric getting an escort
doing
from
bookkeeping.
Shalaska. Shalaska sort of like shoulders past Eric super brusquely, just like. I mean, their shoulders connect, and she just throws her shoulder into it or whatever, and just kind of like moves on past, and says, "Follow me." Yeah,
okay.
She's incensed. She's not a happy kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
All right. So yeah, you make your way back to the office there. Tao is making the way up to the vault. I'm trying to figure out who I want to talk about first. We're gonna go for the vault first. So, Tao, you get up to the vault. The guard that is there is the same guard that was there a few moments ago when you were up there the last time.
Okay.
So that hasn't changed. Everything seems to be the same. You can do whatever you want to now.
Yeah, and there are some upper balconies. I'm gonna go to one of the just one level up, so I get a nice aerial view of the door and keep an eye on things.
Okay, so you're gonna stay. You're gonna stay and watch the vault door. Okay.
Yeah, that's how I'm spending the night. They're doing accounting plus resting in the office. I'm gonna be watching a door. It's gonna be very exciting.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
We have a great night ahead of us, folks.
Ooh, somebody's gonna do accounting, and the other one's just gonna be watching the door.
Oh God.
Lasan probably be the only person getting some sleep, except you got your brother there, so that's going to probably take your time. Maybe, if you want to talk to your brother. I don't know. You could be pissed off at him for the last time that he didn't tell you where he was going or something. I don't know.
He's a bar. He doesn't live on the farm, no.
Yeah,
the merchant lives on the farm, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
I believe he spends a lot of time in Waterdeep when he's not traveling from inn to inn. He has a girlfriend there or something?
Yeah, well,
elf? An elf girlfriend in Waterdeep?
Yeah, sure.
Long time, lives with her in Waterdeep.
Yeah, absolutely. Long time. Rabbie Burns, 9 women. It's fine. It's good. Let's think this through then. Okay, so as you guys go back towards through the bar, through the kitchen again, towards the office, Shalaska is there now, and the door does indeed open.
Yeah.
And now both Lasan as well as Eric can proceed inside if you want.
Yeah. Thank you. Now stay out.
I didn't necessarily say that.
No.
What's she looking to do as we go in there?
Nothing. She's just there so you can get through, and she's sort of staring off at the waitstaff and everything in the kitchen. Yeah.
Okay.
She's not even looking.
She's not
looking at you eye to eye. She's just looking away.
She's just standing there guarding the door.
Is she gonna stick around while we're there? Or
Lasan, you have the best perception. Give me a perception check.
Well, we know how these go. All right.
It's a perception check, not a stealth check. It's fine.
I have a passive 16. Can we just go with that one?
You can. It's just okay. Good.
Okay.
It was just a little bit higher.
Did you see that one come up and threaten?
Yeah.
Roll over.
It was definitely there threatening. Okay, so you from your past seeing her before and then now seeing her again, you notice one thing in particular different about her. It's that her normal garb, the shirt that she wears underneath her larger not full armor exactly, but it's armor-ish kind of like layers upon layers of fabric. In her outfit, there's two buttons, or I guess you can call them buttons. You can call them anyway. Some sort of like little metally bits that normally she has pinned, and they're missing. You do notice this. That's why you needed a higher than 16. You needed to succeed a much higher check on that. So she's got two things, metally bits missing that you can tell.
Okay, so we're noticing this and noticing that she was upset the way she hit Eric and stuff coming by, that she we're really stepping all over this lady's toes. We've come in and I kind of get where she's coming from. So can we let's just try to chat with her, to talk with her, say, thanks a lot for helping us out with this. Boy, this place is busy tonight. Oh my goodness. I mean, does it get rowdy? Like, have you been in a fight here? Just try to find a way to smooth the waters a little bit, but also to kind of find out what happened with it. Has she been in a fight? We didn't see that. We haven't seen anything like that going on in the bar, but see if we can find out what's going on with her then.
Okay.
If that's a thing and noticeable, does it look like it's been ripped off? Is like if you pull a button off, you might get like a piece of the material that's been torn, snipped off. Is there a thread hanging there? Like, what are we seeing?
You needed an 18 to spot the difference, and you did get a 19. You got one above. I will say that it doesn't look like there's been any altercation for it. It doesn't look like it was forcibly.
So there's
removed.
not a hole of material ripped out with it.
No.
Is there still thread from the button or whatever had sewn this on?
Yeah. But
do we remember what this thing looked like exactly?
Yeah.
Just for the sake of just so you can kind of get a visual. Actually, I don't even know if you know what the Zentrum insignia even looks like, but it's that. It's a couple of those, just to show rank or station basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was like a metal something that was sewn onto the material, to her. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, trying to smooth the water. Thanks a lot for helping us out here. Boy, this place is big. I didn't realize this place got so busy on a Tuesday night or whatever the hell it is we're here for. And you're still on duty. Long hour, just chatting her up, just talking a little bit to her, and then kind of mentioning that, like, my goodness, and it looks like you've been doing double duty tonight. Like, what happened there, kind of thing.
Give me, what would it be? Diplomacy check, I guess? To see if you can even...
Seems reasonable.
Yeah, give me a diplomacy check, because she might not
Which
be
one
in
is
the mood
for diplomacy? I don't...
It's unique.
We don't
charisma.
have that.
I don't know if you have a proficiency in it. If you don't get the bonuses.
I don't see diplomacy on the list anymore, guys.
It's persuasion. Persuasion
is diplomacy. Okay. Sorry, I had the wrong word.
Yeah.
Okay. Please. Oh, crap.
Yeah, she's gonna kind of blow you off. In fact, you keep talking to her, and you can tell that she's hearing your words, but she's not even looking at you. She's just looking across She's being really passive aggressive.
Yeah, it is possible that magical insignia is for the door or something like that, as Chad's pointing out. So that could be a setup to something. And if it wasn't stolen from her, then who did she give it to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, if being nice isn't working, then we're just going to ask her right out, what happened to your insignia?
Yeah.
Try to be nice.
While we're doing this, I pulled out and I'm sort of counting the keys, both to show her that I still have them, that I haven't like effed up and lost them,
right?
But also like trying to count them to make sure nothing weird happened.
Okay. All right. So So first things first. You say Lasan asks you, says, I don't know if you're getting abrupt with her or not. But yeah, when you say what happened to your insignia, she's just like, she looks at you really fast, and she's just, and then she looks exceptionally worried for a second, and she just says, "Stay here," and then she walks out the kitchen.
Can we get like an insight or something to see if like we think her reaction is genuine?
Yeah, absolutely. Lasan and Eric, both you have the ability to get an insight. That is not.
That was threatened to be on a 17, and then it went to a 3.
I'm gonna. When it comes to, what I'll say is, Lasan, you're just kind of taken aback that she said anything to you after you.
Apparently.
You're just like, whoa, what? She actually responded. And Eric is, you're pretty sure she was genuinely surprised.
Yeah, that seemed to worry her.
Should we be following her?
I don't know.
Where's she going and why?
Whoever listens,
Yeah.
We have authority here.
Yeah.
If we follow her, then we can't go back into the office.
No, we just follow her and get her to let us back in.
Yeah, I think seeing what's up with her is probably important now.
We could split up the party even more. Have Eric stay in the office.
You go.
I think the two of us should be sticking together. Whatever.
We'll all be back here at midnight. What could possibly go wrong? I think we should both go.
I think we should both go after her. Not necessarily try and drag her back to the office, but we want to find out what's going on. Maybe we can get more of the idea that we're on her side. That now she's worried about that thing, and you pointed that out. So maybe that'll. But yeah, no, we should definitely go after her.
Yeah.
If that looked like it freaked her out, we need to know why. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Follow her. We're not like sneaking around. We're not like stealthily trying. We're just you're going somewhere. We're following.
I'm not trying to follow her. She starts going through the kitchen. I guess we could catch up, and like Eric's gonna try and I don't know how Eric's gonna try and like catch up to her and like not physically touch her, because I think that's probably not the right move in this situation.
Maybe not.
But it was like, hey, hold on a moment. Just let's figure out what's going on here quick. Is that thing? I'm not going to say insignia right in the middle of the kitchen. Is that thing tied to your ability to, how big a security concern is this?
She says specifically that. Well, actually, does she say anything again? You know what? She's just going to walk out. She's not even listening to you.
Just follow her.
Okay.
She's got something very specific in mind. Just follow her.
I'm torn between, because I don't want to play it wrong and like piss her off, but it also seems like the thing to do, kind of like the Eric thing to do, might be kind of to actually just like grab her shoulder and sort of force her to discuss it. I don't know. I don't want to though. I just letting her storm out and not talking to us isn't great either. But I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do that. Probably should. We'll just follow her, I think.
It is follow her.
Okay. All right. So this is what you guys are going to end up doing. All right. Yeah. So you're going to follow. Yeah. So you're not trying to hide the fact that you're following. You're heading back out. She does know that you're following. And she turns around at the entrance of the kitchen to the bar, that whole area there. She turns around. She says, "Stay here." She reinforces what she said earlier.
And I think at this point we say, we have orders from the guy's name, who's the leader, who's almost like her name, Nalaska, whoever he is.
It's Nalaska, but yeah.
Nalaska. Hey. Okay, we've got orders from. We have our own orders here. Yeah.
Let's go. We're trying to make sure everything is good, everything is secure here. We need to know how big an issue this is. We don't want to make a big deal in crowd. Just let us know what you're thinking. We can try and help.
Right. She says, if you want to help, stop making things complicated. And she turns around and she's looking past, and she looks past you or whatever. And she looks down the end of the kitchen there, and she says, "And would you please either go into the office or shut the door?"
Wait a minute. We didn't shut the door. Of course, we have the key. Oh crap! This is you're an evil.
She doesn't need her insignia to open the door. That's interesting. It's not related to that.
No.
So it is probably more of a people thing.
I mean, I could open the door, and I don't believe I've got anything in my inventory that would be equivalent of the insignia.
I'm trying to figure out.
Right, this is adorable.
For that
Gilbert
now.
is down here. He's sleeping on the chair next to me, and he's having some sort of dream. So he keeps making little sounds.
Aww.
I keep looking over. I'm like, "What the hell's going on?" I finally figured out. It's Gilbert having a dream.
Oh, it's adorable. I'm gonna roll for this now. I know she's completely stressed out, but generally, I mean, people aren't that dumb, so I'm just gonna do it. Oh, let's see what we get.
Dumb for what?
No, she rolls exceptionally well. Okay, this is good enough. She turns around. She says, "Stay here," or whatever, and she turns around again to leave, and then she stops. She's mid stride. She stops and she comes back to where you are. And she says, "Turn out your pockets. Everything."
Oh shit! Oh!
She's looking like right in your eyes, Eric. She's looking right into your eyes.
That's what the ghost was doing. He wasn't taking things out of your pockets.
He was putting something in.
What have I got in my pockets?
I'm going to say that is that what that magic thing was trying to do?
Oh, sure, there was a magic thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
Interesting. Yeah, she does hear that. She does. She takes that into account. She's not going to discount everything because she's a smart individual. Okay. But yeah, she's
all right.
Not
I'm going to reach right for where the keys are, and empty that pocket first.
Sure.
See if that's where the insignia is.
Yep. Okay.
Is it? So the keys there, or where the keys were anyway. I think I've got them wrapped. I think I've got them probably in my hand at this point. But to reach in there, and is the insignia in that pocket?
In the pocket where the keys were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. You've got 2 buttons on you. Little ones.
2.
Okay.
Oh my goodness! So someone was.
Some of that little.
So Eric, it wasn't someone trying to steal the keys. It was someone putting that in your pocket. And hopefully she's smart enough to realize that we wouldn't have brought this up if we had stolen the button.
She's not
I'm definitely trying to play it that way. It's like,
yeah.
She's not even looking at you, Lasan. You brought it up. But then again, who is Eric? She doesn't know Eric. She knows Eric came with you. But then again, she doesn't know if Eric is an accomplice to something,
No.
Anyway, so I pull those out, and it's like, someone is trying to turn us against each other. I realize it's not too hard. I hand her back things.
She seems to, strangely enough, even after this whole thing and being really aggravated with not just you guys, it's not so much the hatred being tossed in your direction. You're just the only thing for her to focus on.
Well, we're messing all over her territory.
Exactly. There's a lot of that going on.
We get that.
But what she does do immediately, she snatches the keys from you. She takes the keys away from you immediately.
Keys are on the chain.
That's fine.
Tied to his waist.
Tied to your waist? Okay, then she tells you to give her the keys.
There's some slack. She can take the keys and hold them while we're talking. But she's not really going anywhere unless we're going to have some kind of chain
big fight here. Yeah.
She's got the keys actually in her hand, then she's asking you to remove the chain from your unbind the chain from your body. And then she you start to see people moving around the corner of the bar.
It's exciting there.
Yeah, you start seeing people, like other soldiers, moving around the corner of the bar, and peering in or whatever. And she motions to them and she says, "Go find the widow." And whatever. And then she and they disappear and they start running up the stairs and stuff like that. Right. So there's a bit of a problem though. You guys are standing right in the doorway, and the servants are still trying to. They're like they're holding stuff, right?
Okay. Let's take this back into the office. Shall we? Let's take this back in the office. We were appointed by your boss. We can work together on this, or we're going to have a problem. Let's take this into the office, shall we?
No. So what happens, actually, she's not going back to the office. She's not going back to the office. She's actually sort of, while you're still trying to unbind the key, she's kind of pulling you forward into the bar area. You don't know exactly where she's trying to take you at the moment. You can resist if you want to, obviously.
Back into the crowd. That's smart. Because she's a great, intelligent leader. This is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Or maybe she doesn't want to be alone with you. That could be another thing.
Yeah, that's understandable. So, sorry, what's she trying to do with the keys?
Yeah, she's just got them waiting on you to relinquish them.
Yeah.
It's a sticky situation. What do you do?
Let's agree that keys stay in office for now, okay? We can bring someone in. We don't have to be alone in there. But let's go back into office and sort this out.
You can leave the door open. But, yeah. Do we really want to bring this out into the middle of a crowded bar?
Someone is trying to mess with all of us.
Give me a persuasion check. Actually, both of you. They're both kind of like barraging her with these
I have a pass of 60.
No, that's perception. I want persuasion.
Oh, persuasion.
Yeah.
That's not as good. Please.
Oh!
Damn it.
Wow.
Oh, the 23. Okay,
You know
I just saw the 5 and I assumed it was mine.
This is actually quite good. This is what I'm going to say. Specifically, you brought it up first that she didn't have her insignia. So that automatically gives her a little bit of trust in you.
Yeah.
And now you're saying what we need to do is not bring this out into public areas. She's listening intently to you right now. You are certainly on her side, she feels.
Good.
You just sort of
wiggled
your way right into her good books. All right. But the problem is she still doesn't like the idea of going. Although you know what, you made her way as an ally of hers, so Eric's no longer as big a threat. She knows that the soldiers are going to come to find her, so if she does move towards the office, everything should be fine. You know what? Okay, so yeah, you guys can move back towards the office.
We can go in the office, leave the door open. You know your guards are coming. We just... This is a moment to sit and talk through some things, not get a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Deep breath time. You know? Oh my God.
So at some point, some guards are coming to find me?
Yes. Tao, you were staring intently, I'm guessing, at the vault doors, making sure nothing weird is happening. But you do notice something weird is happening as several soldiers, and they're tapping the shoulders of other soldiers along the way, and then more, or sort of like flanking in. And then instead of having 2 as guard, they're leaving 1 behind as 3 as guard, and moving up. And then the extra soldiers, they're gathering, and basically they're just making sure that there's more guards on duty and grabbing the ones that don't need to watch the stairs. A massive pile of soldiers are coming your way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So it could be a little
Right, so there's going to be fewer people guarding the balcony that are protecting the guest rooms, but more people guarding the door of the vault.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, right. So, yeah. You see them coming. They say, you're one of the guy that I guess is the leader. He's going to be another guy. He's going to have a little insignia too. You don't know if it's worth anything, but he's got one. He's the leader of all the other ones. Anyway, he says to you, your presence is requested. Shalaska has requested you downstairs. You come with us now.
No.
I must remind you that you are here under the authority of Nalasker. We are here as well under the authority of Nalasker. If we have any reason to have to bring you forcefully, we will have to employ those measures.
The first person who touches me dies. And I just, sort of rest myself on the balcony and keep looking at the door.
Ooh.
They can do an insight check to find out that I'm 100% being serious right now.
Ooh!
All right. You know what? So roll it.
Although I'll actually probably just do non-lethal to knock them out. But
all right. So yeah. So it is worth noting that there's that you are facing 14 people at the moment.
Okay, that is a lot.
That is a lot.
I will agree, but
just so you know. All right. So yes, he's quite sure that you're very serious, and yeah, he's like, I guess we have no other choice then. Roll initiative.
So I'll be using the Cloak of Air right now, so any attacks against me do have disadvantage.
Okay. So I'm going to put most of these guys, I'm going to put them all on the same, because there's no reason to go back and forth for anybody else, because it's just you versus 14 people.
No, would they actually do that, or would somebody go back and talk to Shalaska? They also know that we've been hired. Are they going to immediately just attack her? I mean, they know we've been hired. They know we have authority. We've been in the vault. We've been in the office. Are they going to do this? Or are they going to hesitate for a minute and go get Shalaska? I mean...
Well, their instructions from Shalaska are to come and get Tau. Tau is refusing to come along, so they have really no other choice but then to try to do it forcefully, which, I don't know.
Okay.
This is intense. This is super intense. Right. So there's no. We have Quill with an initiative of 16. These guys are going to have an initiative of 15. So they go right behind you. I've got 14 of them. I just got a standard sheet over here. It is dangerous, but I don't know if it's undoable. You are the widow. So there is something to that.
So presumably the guy who was talking was like the sergeant or whatever.
Yeah, he's like the third in command or something. Yeah.
Right, and he was reaching out.
I need to put a token on here, so I can. That doesn't matter actually. I can just say you go and then I go. We don't need a turn order for that.
Yeah,
okay.
that's fine.
That's fine. Yeah, we don't need that. So let's go like that.
But yeah, so presumably he was the one he was going to reach out to grab my arm or something.
Right. But no. The thing is that they all draw their weapons. You've got a few crossbows trained on you as well. And yeah, so he draws a sword and he takes a swing. But you get to go first. So whatever you want to do. Yeah, and he is the one closest to you. So I suppose if you're gonna act, you act upon him, if you want to.
They're attacking me. Yeah, that cannot be allowed. Especially like the widow has to have a reputation within the Zentrim that I cannot let go. So this guy, this sergeant who's taking that first swing at me, he's absolutely going to get a full-powered sonic blast. Like, I'm almost like not moving for the first one.
Oh.
I'm just going to sometimes I flavor text the attacks as being a dagger thing or whatever, but I am just going to melt his brain. I will say that I'm going to be trying to knock him out instead of killing him, which you can choose to do in 5th Ed.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, that's more than what they're going to give to you. I mean, there's no riot suppression here. This is just straight on gonna.
Yeah, I'll just give him a seizure.
It'll give it'll give the others hopefully a moment to remember the fact that you've been given authority by their boss too.
Yeah.
Higher than Shalaska. So look at that. Lovely.
I do 25 damage to his brain.
All right, that is plenty. That's wow. All right, so yeah,
hoping he just drops twitching on the ground, blood coming out of his nose.
Yeah, he falls straight down and is completely unconscious. He is out of it, completely out of the fight. Now, go ahead.
So then and after that, I just turn it to the others at this point. So I haven't made eye contact. I've just been haven't even been sort of looking at them directly until now. I've been looking at the door, but then when he drops, I'll turn to the others and say, I am watching this door. And then I'll just look away again.
Whoa, you're not even looking at them. All right, you know what? That's worth intimidation, especially after that. You get a bonus 4 to your roll. Oh, shit.
You want me to do an intimidation roll?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll high.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 22.
You did. You
actually, I guess 26 with the plus 4.
That is insane. You succeeded. Because yeah, right. Because they rolled exceptionally high. They didn't roll a 20, but they rolled a 19, and that was you rolled a 19. That's excellent. All right, that's good enough. They sort of falter in their positioning. They don't walk away, but they don't attack either. In fact, one of them...
Being clear, though, you didn't kill that guy, right? Because in 5th Ed, usually when you drop I know when you drop someone in melee, you can choose, but yeah. Assuming.
Yeah, no, I was going, so he's going to be unconscious.
Yeah.
But still, he's stable.
Yeah.
So I think it's the 1d4 hours he wakes up again.
Yeah, so instead of immediately attacking back after you drop their captain, if you will, one guy gets down on bended knee or whatever and starts checking the vitals of his of the guy. and realizes he just says really fast, he's like, oh my god, he's still alive. And he grabs him and he just like throws him on his shoulder and starts to head down the stairs. He's like, he calls out really loudly, medic. By this time, music has stopped. Music is done. And there are more soldiers coming in through the front doors. And there's also more coming in from the lower levels from the back side of the complex. There's more and more soldiers coming in. And they're making preparations to remove people from the tavern.
Okay, so all of this was visible to all the people down in the bar?
The people down at they didn't really notice too much. The music stopped because they was forced to stop by other soldiers, and now the people notice that the other soldiers are telling them to leave, so the party is done.
They're shutting down everything.
Yep. They're closing it up tight.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, closing it up tight because of this altercation, has somebody been sent to warn more soldiers?
Yeah. That was from the initial thing. I don't really talk about it because just in case things got really, really crazy, obviously, as DM, I need to make sure that you don't really know how many soldiers you're going to have to end up fighting.
Okay.
So, but there's a lot of them. That's
okay.
True. All right.
And none of these guys have thought to go back to Shalaska and say anything.
Well, no. The captain is being taken downstairs right now.
Yeah.
There's they're doubling their efforts. More soldiers are coming up the stairs and everything. There's going to probably be an issue with Tal still at this point. Although the intimidation check was immense enough for 14 people, they'll probably end up talking down the rest of them from fighting, maybe. But right now, kind of at a standstill. And the people are leaving.
I'm not making any more aggressive moves towards them. In a sense, like I am actually trying to de-escalate the situation in a sense, but through intimidation rather than,
Okay, so we're at a situation where Eric and I and Shalaska are in the office, which is across the bar, through the kitchen, and out the other side. So we don't have any idea what's going on. No. The guards, out of all of these dozens of people, there's not a single one of them who's willing to go back to Shalaska and have the idea that maybe we should tell her something. And Tao's not moving. So we're done today?
This is intense.
Oops.
So we've gone into the office. Shalaska is like demanding that I relinquish the keys, and so I'm not looking to start shit. So I will. As long as we're in the office, I will start like removing the chain from around my belt.
Is that still what she's doing? We were in the kitchen, just walking back, having the discussion at this when we were last here. Is she still doing that? Mm-hmm. Is she?
Yeah. She still wants the keys. Absolutely.
Okay.
Especially because Eric's carrying them.
Yeah.
She doesn't trust Eric at all.
She
does not trust Eric.
Like, Shalaska might be completely innocent and all that. And that's definitely your first impression, is that we've noticed something. She freaked out. We know this shadow thing happened. On the other hand, it could have been Shalaska that did that shadow thing and set this whole thing up to frame us to get for her. I mean, she could not. It looks like she's innocent in all of this. That not necessarily so either.
No, you are right. That is definitely a possibility. I think I'm going with Occam's razor right now, which is that the framing was not done by one of the people involved. But we'll see. We'll keep an open mind for that one, because
keep an open mind for that one.
Well, shortly.
So in the office though, I'll remove the chain from around my waist, and untie it and stuff like that, and take it out. But I'm still like holding the chain there. It's like, keys, until we sort this out, keys stay in office, right?
Yes, absolutely. But you won't be in the office.
We'll see what Alastair says when he comes back. We still need to sort this out. I did not take your things. I figured out when you mentioned what happened. She pointed them out because we didn't know what was going on. So we need to figure out who is screwing with us. Now, someone used some kind of power that worked in your room and did not trigger alarm. It was like a shadow or something, shadowy dwarf-sized figure, but that could mean nothing. It reached into my pocket. I thought it was going for keys. I checked, keys were still there. Did not notice that somehow your thingies got into pocket.
And When we first mentioned this, you were heading somewhere. You had someone in mind or someplace to check. Who has been near you? Who has had the ability or the opportunity?
Or who has been trying to get your rank insignia?
And who do we know is dwarf-shaped and sized?
Yeah, well, these are all things to consider. But at the time that she's trying to consider it, and listening to you, she is. I mean, obviously, she's going to be a detective in this whole thing too, unless, of course, she is a culprit. Who knows? But she hears over her shoulder, says, "Tao is not moving, sir. What do we do?"
And the sergeant's forgotten his father. He doesn't remember how to write his name.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah,
sounds like Tao is still watching the vault for Shalaska.
Yes.
We haven't communicated, but I'm just I'm guessing because that's what she said she was going to do.
Yep.
I have no idea what's going on up there.
And the other report that she does get is that the captain was attacked by Tao, but is still alive currently. So the only thing that
I never said it. Put a hand on him. Never laid a hand on him.
That's true. He wasn't. No, they don't know that he was attacked in any way.
They know.
He passed out.
They're not
Well, I
stupid.
know, but you can't say he pulled a sword. He didn't shoot a gun. He didn't do it. He just
No.
The guy fell down.
Yeah, you don't have to. They're quite they know about magic. They know it exists if they don't even cast it. But right. So anyway, right. So what is she gonna do? Okay. She says, give me 6 men to guard these 2, and I'm going up there.
Why don't we go 2? We got to work this out. We have a problem here.
There's
Lock
too
up
much
your
going
office.
on. Everything is so complicated. I cannot allow people to keep walking around without any. What is it? There's the term.
So you're going to leave us here in the office with the keys, okay?
Yes, because you can't.
I'll start working on books.
Well, that works. Oh, whatever. She just wants you guys. You're fine. She doesn't care about you. She's mainly just watching Eric, and she even tells you, says, "Watch your friend." And she walks off as 6 more guys come in.
Or Buzz.
6 more guys come to your side there to keep watch on you and kind of usher you into the office. And they shut the door and they stand guard outside.
Oh, good Lord! So we're locked in the office.
Unless, of course, you want to fight that.
Yeah. I don't think it's actually locked from the inside. I think technically we could unlock it.
Well,
but yes,
yes,
we are being held in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you don't even have the keys, yeah, so that's the thing, too, yeah, at the moment. So the door is shut, and...
So I thought he said, the keys were staying in the office. Hold on. When is she taking the keys out of the office?
She has the keys in her hand now, and she's leaving with the keys.
No, I was...
Oh, no,
No.
No.
She was. I was very clear. The keys are not leaving the office until we sort this out.
Yes.
If she wants to leave, if she wants to hold us in the office, that's fine. But the keys are staying in the office.
Yeah. And that was what I thought was weird. There is a situation
she was holding
here.
them, but I was still holding the chain until we put them on the wall.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys make this so difficult. We're
making it difficult. No. I mean, okay, we've been talking to her. We've reached a certain rapport here. There is a situation. Tao is trying to guard the vault. You've got the keys. If there's a lot of suspicion, there's a lot of things. Wouldn't we be better off sticking together in all of this? You have enough guards to not be afraid of us at this point.
No. Right now she's terrified of Tao.
Well, okay. We know this, except for Tao. But we need to work this out. You know that we were hired by your boss. We're kind of on the same side here, or we should be. And keys
are in the office. Everything is safe. Everything is secure, as far as we know.
We don't actually know that. For all we know, there is someone else who has the ability to get in here. So her keeping the keys I'm absolutely fine with that. I just think we need to go with them.
She can't leave Eric with the keys inside the office. She doesn't trust Eric, and there's just...
Then you keep the keys, but we need to go with you.
No. Yeah. She's not going to do it. You could try to persuade again, but...
Roll for initiative.
You guys are currently at this point where it's more words. You're not physically doing anything, but it's getting to the point where it's starting to be nobody's listening to her. And she does have access to the guards. She will apply force if she has to. And right now, she feels like she's going to have to anyway with Tal.
But then she's got to realize that this is just making her look like a guilty party. We are supposed to be on the same side. Do you? I mean, is this really what you want to do? We need to work together here. We need to work together here. I rolled a 21.
Yeah, you rolled really well again. All right, you know what she'll say? She says, "Okay, then you can come with." He still stays.
Oh, did that matter?
There is a prison in this complex, but she can't quite get there yet, and so Eric has to stay in some form of restraint while she goes and figures out how to even remove him. So there's that.
So the proposal is that you and the keys go with Shalaska.
I guess.
I stay in the office.
Yep. Guarded by soldiers.
Eric?
That might have to be.
It might have to be.
If it's okay with you, it's okay with me. I have nothing to hide.
Okay. All right. So Lasan and Shalaska are heading.
But don't let Shalaska go anywhere without you or Widow. As long as she has keys.
I will try.
Yeah, she hears
I
you
don't
say
have
that.
the ability to melt brains, but okay.
Yeah, she does hear you say that, but at the very same time, you guys are now leaving. The door shuts. Guards are outside. All right, so now Shalaska and Lasan and some more guards are heading up towards the top. The guards down on the main floor are doing an exceptional job of removing people as fast as possible. The band members are no longer there. They were one of the first ones to get out. And
at least your brother should be fine, whatever happens.
Yeah. And, so he doesn't know what the hell. In fact, he's probably very concerned about what's going on. So Shalaska and Lasan, you do notice that while you guys are heading upstairs, there's more and more soldiers, and there's some even pouring into the room where you guys are staying. So apparently, Alexei, if he's currently having a nap, is going to be woken up here pretty soon.
Probably.
Yeah. So anyway, and then Shalaska's heading up to the third balcony, trying to get up to the where Tao is, and hollers in preparation to Tao. It says, "Stand down. You are outnumbered."
And Tao's going. She's got no weapon in her hand. She's just standing there.
I have no reason to believe that you might be at fault, specifically except for your acquaintance or possibly an accomplice in an attempt to rob the Zentarum.
What, your boss is robbing himself? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't follow.
Well, we were hired by your boss.
You know this.
I do know this.
So why would your boss rob himself?
I don't know. It's not his money, specifically.
You know what? It's fine. If anything happens to the vault while I'm away, then we know who to blame.
I can totally shoulder that blame.
There is that.
All right.
That. Oh my goodness.
So we got her to accept responsibility, and that's fine. The widow's not going to start a mass fight. Oh. Yeah, the whole thing is she was trying to avoid that.
Yeah.
It meant giving, someone, a stroke. Well, so be it.
Possible.
So again,
he's going to be drooling soup out of the one side of his mouth for the rest of his life.
Shalaska, we're here to guard the vault. We're here to make sure things are. Stay guard with us. Keep the guards here with us. I mean, this
some
is.
Some of you are.
This is what we're here for. This is what we were hired for. And again, if you're worried about something, shouldn't we be keeping this together?
But she says specifically she doesn't know exactly why you were hired.
Well, you're finding out now. But we have authority. We know we have the same authority here as you. You know this.
Yep.
You were there when it happened. I mean, what are we going to do here tonight? We're either guarding this vault tonight, or what? Like, what are the options here? What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that we have a bit of a trial for your friend downstairs.
Who?
A trial. And you...
Oh, you mean Eric?
Eric was found in possession of the ability to move around a little too freely here. And I was already upset about the fact that I was not the only one anymore. You have some ability, I'm supposing it's cast upon you, to move around as I do. And Eric has been found with my insignia.
which was brought to your attention by us.
By you.
Yeah.
I can't trust Eric.
Okay, so wait a minute. Am I basically hearing here that you want to put Eric on trial because you're pissed off your boss hired us?
No, I am
This
willing
is
to
kind
put
of the
Eric
bottom
on
line
trial
here,
because
sweetie.
he needs to stand trial, and I am starting to believe you're a bit naive in your friends and accomplices.
I think there's someone in this room who's a bit naive.
Yeah, well, that's her
clearly you've
casting.
lost control of the situation, and I can see why your boss clearly doesn't trust you, and most likely you're going to be removed from your position as soon as we're done our investigation.
And be that as it may, I am not removed yet, and so therefore I have the command of these soldiers, and these soldiers will obey me.
Anyone who does, if you push the situation, is not going to come to a good end. But we don't need to fight now.
There's an audible murmur of like relief when you said that in amongst all the soldiers. They're just like,
people actually have to die before this becomes reasonable. I mean, this is you have no authority to put him on trial. He was hired by your boss. You have no authority to try him. That is just ridiculous. That makes no sense. It's just
I have all
ridiculous.
the authority. He is not here. When he is gone, I have all of the authority.
And what were your orders about us when he left?
To keep an eye on you.
Is that why? Okay, now wait, then I'm remembering things wrong. Like out of
we're going to keep an eye on you.
Well, that's just it. That's the whole point. The whole tension side of this is that nobody trusts anybody.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. You guys don't trust her. She definitely doesn't trust you.
Fuck all these guys. just leave. Psychically at this point, I'm like, you know what? This is stupid. If they want to get themselves robbed, I don't give a shit anymore. This is why I broke up with the Zents once before.
Well, there's that.
Too many factions fighting against one another.
No?
No,
he's just telling me.
All right, that's fine.
Telepathing it.
Well, you know what? This was your job. We were here to help you. Yeah, if that's what you're going, I could care less. The Zent army, nothing to me.
Well, one of the first things we need to know, and you can say it out loud so every one of my soldiers can hear it, is what exactly is your purpose here? I think I deserve an answer, and if I'm going to come to any agreement...
Well, I mean, she must know.
13 times now?
She knows. She knows because...
You haven't specified that it's to stop the money from being lost.
No, because she just said, the boss could be robbing himself. I mean, this is getting...
Yeah. No,
we're going in circles at this point.
Tal said that. She didn't say that.
Okay, but she knows we're here because we're guarding the vault, because there's been...
There's a difference between guarding the vault and investigating the disappearing money, though. I think
there's a huge difference.
I know that seems like the same thing to us, but I don't think that's as clear to her now.
Okay.
It's very tricky. The whole wording and everything, and the lack thereof. And she's starting to realize, in fact, after even, was it Tal or was it the sign that said it? I think it was Tal who said it, specifically that her station is at risk. It is, that was in her head from the beginning. She says that right now, that was in her head from the beginning, because without Alaska telling her exactly why you guys are here, that makes her fear that her station is, she's being completely honest right now with that. She has no reason to hide that. And in fact, she's even doing that to maybe figure out more about what you guys are doing and whether or not you can vouch fully for Eric, or is Eric just in on this on some other angle?
On what? If she doesn't know what we're here for, what is Eric supposed to be in on?
For a heist.
This is not making any sense
That's
to
what
me.
she's thinking now. Why would the keys and why would the keys being taken, or he is in charge of the keys. At the very same time, he also has the insignia in his pocket, so he can easily, as soon as, guards are turned one way or the other, or if he even has the ability to put them out, kill them, rob the vault, and then throw them in there for all she knows. It's totally doable in her head. So...
But we've been saying all along, stay here and guard with us, keep your guards on hand. We're on the same side. We're not trying to sneak around behind her back. This woman is starting to sound like an idiot.
No. Of course, you guys are not. But who was Eric? Eric could have been playing you for weeks now.
Yeah, but for what? What I'm not understanding is Shalaska has no idea what we're here for. And we are saying, let's keep all of us together. Where is the danger to her? If she doesn't know that, I don't know this. I'm sorry. I'm just not. My brain's not following the logic here. It sounds like she's just reacting on fear. She's just completely reacting on fear.
Yeah. But it's totally rational.
And against the orders of her boss.
No, she's under her orders. The boss is now gone, and she is to maintain, her station here, and that's what she's doing.
Okay.
That's normal. There's nothing outside of the realm that she hasn't done anything outside of the ordinary.
I don't know, but when we were arguing with her in the kitchen area, my whole focus the entire time was like, if we're not with the keys are in the office. How is my insisting the keys go in the office lend towards nefariousness?
And how is our insistence?
She doesn't know how you got her insignia to begin with. That's the other thing.
She's getting cranky because we're stopping her from stealing money.
Wow,
yeah, that's what it's starting to sound like more all the time.
Could be.
You know what? I'm gonna accuse her of it. I've been thinking she
was innocent, but I'm not so sure anymore. I don't know.
Clearly, at this point, you're interfering with our ability to investigate what appears to be a conspiracy to steal from the Zentarim, and therefore that makes you the primary suspect.
This is ridiculous. How
very
dare
good
you
way
cast an accusation my way?
This is the least ridiculous thing that has happened all evening.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. At this point,
I think that's good.
We keep saying we need to stick together. We need to work together. You would have us in your sight. We've insisted the keys be locked up. We're guarding the vault with guards in plain sight. You're the one putting a block on every step of the way here. It's starting to look not so great. And the guards are hearing this too. We were here by the authority of your boss. We were given authority to do that. You know this.
Yeah. It's very important that within all the soldiers and stuff that we do make a bit of an effort at this point. If we're going to start sort of casting, these accusations, we need to work to delegitimize her in front of as many guards as possible.
Yes. There's got to be some doubt somewhere.
Especially if we're working on behalf of her superior.
Okay, so do me a favor, and because she's gonna remit her counter case. So basically, all she's gonna do is just roll a persuasion check,
Objection.
And you guys also need to roll a persuasion check, and you will all get to roll
together. Who are we persuading? The guards?
The guards, yeah. The people around her.
Shit.
And you're not going to be able to persuade everybody.
I'll persuade the paper office.
Holy shit, I rolled a nat 20.
Of course you did.
So did I!
Holy shit! Okay, so what happens? She rolls a nat 20, you roll a nat 20. You know what's going to end up happening then? Is there's going to be a major power play in... Actually, I just read that. Power play. There's going to be a major power play in terms of there's going to be a random amount, or maybe I should just say half and half, of the guards are going to be on Tal's side. And the other half are going to be on...
It's going to be a goddamn bloodbath.
Yeah, if you guys fight, yeah, absolutely.
It still doesn't have to be a fight yet.
No, it hasn't reached that point, but you kind of get the idea that you have just sown, or both of you, in fact, even Shalaska, she's not unguilty in this particular scenario, sown dissent in amongst the guards of this damn place, right? So they don't know who really to follow. Tal, you've got an allocation of guards, and Shalaska has her allocation of guards. This, it's what do you want to do? Shalaska says, I think I'll have Shalaska speak first. She says, "This is insane. You guys, after these many years, you don't trust in me." And she gets no response from that. And so she just shoulders past. She's like, "Get out of my way. Move. I'm going to go collect my things."
We'll
let her.
Okay.
She's collecting her things. She's still got the keys.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Are we letting her walk away with the keys to the vault?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
So Ace is like, whoa.
So
what do you mean?
I don't know the key situation, so yeah, you got to butt in here.
Yeah, you're going to have to say something
So,
about it.
Shalaska, you've got the keys, and again, you are setting yourself up to look like you're a guilty party. You really need to stop and think this through.
She grabs the
We
keys.
understand you're nervous. We understand we've been stepping on your toes, being hired by your boss behind your back. We get all that, but we're leaving. This is your life and your future you're talking about. You are setting now it looks like you want to leave with the keys. And I hope the rest of your guards are hearing this.
All right,
we're saying stick
she
together.
Thought you were on her side,
together.
and she is totally just went like, yeah, she is totally getting it now. Like, you are never on her side. So I'm just gonna roll a dexterity throw. Okay, she rolls poorly. She takes the keys out of her pocket and she just flings them at Tal. Says, "Here, you want to follow her? Then follow her." Tal, you can try to roll really high to catch them, but they might be out of your reach.
She's flinging the keys at who?
At you.
Oh,
She's just giving you the keys.
Dex, what did you say we have to roll?
A dex save to grab the keys in midair, or let them fall and pick them up, whatever.
Yep. Right. That's actually good enough. There's no way reasonable for you. You kind of just bound up the wall just a touch and just kind of jump off of it and just deftly grab the keys and throw them in your pocket. It looked like nothing to you. You were just like, well, that was kind of a poor throw, and you were just like, nah. You're just too badass for words. The large group of soldiers that are on your side are kind of like casting like hey at the other guards at the moment. It's like, we may die, but you'll lose. All right, that's the thing. Anyway, right. So then she just shoulders off and she leaves, and you notice that some of the guards are actually following her.
Okay.
They follow her her path.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so could we have one of the guards that are hanging with us now go get Eric and bring him back here? I think we need to stick together and keep the keys in the vault together. I mean, she's looking really guilty, but maybe she's just insecure and pissed off. We can't let our guard down at this point because there could be somebody else entirely here that's doing all this stuff. So we don't really have any proof that she's a bad okay, I think she's an idiot, but I don't, we don't have any proof that she's
very prideful.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she probably held her station here for quite some time, and feels like she's deserved a little bit more respect than she's been getting. Who knows?
And we have not been giving her to that, but
overall, her position
some
is
of us
totally
have.
understandable. I just think that she's reacting very poorly to some of the facts, even considering that she's reacting out of emotion.
She is certainly at doubt, and at most she's paranoid as fuck right now. She's like really paranoid. All right, so right, so
we can see why we got hired to investigate. She's not the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm sorry.
Tal or Lasan, either one of you guys can probably give the command at this point to release Eric out of the office.
Okay. Well, so send a couple of guards. Go get Eric. Bring him here, please. We need to stick together. We need to stop whatever's happening.
Actually, that doesn't work. Actually, because Tal has to go now.
Why?
Why does Tal have to go now?
Tal has to go
open
Eric
the office door.
Yeah. Tal, you're going to have to go physically.
The door doesn't open at all?
No.
Not even to get out?
No.
All right.
Okay, so you go with a couple of guards, and apparently we've got like 20 with us or something.
Yep.
So
you watch the door, and I'll...
All right.
Okay.
All right.
And I've got the keys.
Take it fast.
Lasan is watching the door. Tal is taking her lead of troops, and Shalaska's taking her lead of troops. She's leaving out the way that you're pretty sure Shalaska's quarters. She's heading towards her quarters at this moment. So you're coming down, and right, what happens exactly? Give me what would it be? It would be a perception. No, it wouldn't be a perception. Insight check. Give me an insight check. Tal, yes.
Ooh, okay.
Tal. Ooh, this is tense, man. It's just, oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Okay.
My first bad roll of the night.
Right.
And I'm a little scared.
No, it's fine. So you in your hurry, you want to make sure that Eric is okay. You're very concerned about Eric anyway, so you're just kind of like round around the bar there, which is now totally devoid of bartenders. And the kitchen staff has been removed as well, so that's empty. You move in, and you're pointing at those guards, and those guards see that you have a control of a bunch of guards, and they're like, holy shit, okay. So you just gained 6 free guards, because they don't know what the hell's going
Good.
So the numbers are now
So
really
26 guards. We have an army.
AI starts kicking in.
Yeah.
Uh,
So then you're able to open the door. Eric's just. What does Eric do?
Eric just started looking through the papers. I'm sure he didn't get very far. Just trying to look at the records from yesterday and work my way back and just see if I see any of the missing amounts that there were supposed to be.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I'll say perhaps you should bring those books to the balcony with us. I'll explain the situation on the way.
yeah.
Right.
We'll just look at them there
Okay.
in front of the vault all night. Oh, it's going to be a long night.
Okay.
Where's Shalaska then?
She's elected to step down from her post. Maybe temporarily, maybe not.
Well, unless you found out something I don't know, I think we should try and find a way to keep communication open with her, because I'm not convinced that she's responsible, even though kind of not. Anyway,
I'm not either.
I don't think she's responsible necessarily either, but she's definitely obstructing the investigation.
Mm.
Yeah,
and sometimes that's what gets you. Sometimes it's not the original crime. Sometimes it's the obstruction of justice that gets you in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes. I'm just saying.
When there's too many cops on the case too, that sometimes the cops end up obstructing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, so I'll take the box of papers with the most recent stuff, so we can go through that while we're. Nothing's going to happen if we're camping out up there with a bunch of people. It's not quite the same as Tao watching it, but yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Right. Still don't know what's going on in the attic. Remember, the attic was a point of interest that nobody goes up into.
Yeah. No one ever goes there. There's no reason to check it out.
It could be a red herring. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, right. I guess you know what? I'll give it another shot. Let's just see if this works. So Eric, this time, give me an insight check. Oh, Eric's got an insight check.
Insight deception. Is that not? I keep getting faked out because I have a whole bunch of quick skills on my bar there, but insight's not one of them. God damn it!
Boo!
Right. So yes.
We're bad at insight.
Yep. No. You guys then just you leave the office, you leave the bar area, and you're heading up the stairs. I suppose with the books in tow, and Lasan is of course still up top there. Everything seems to be fine in that way. So yeah, you guys can basically call yourselves met back together. You are now one unit once again. What do you want to do?
At this point, I mean, well, we have to look through the books. We've got everything going on. Who's Shalaska's next in command? Is it any of these guards that are with us?
Yeah.
I mean, is it just her and everybody else's level, or?
Basically, yeah. So she is like in command when Alaska's gone. After her, there was the first in command.
Is he on our side?
The third.
He's got a bit of a headache.
Yeah, he's completely done in.
Oh, he's the one who's unconscious. Right. Yeah. Okay, he's blubber boy. Okay.
So all these other guys, they are the same rank basically.
Same rank. Okay.
I think the inn's going to stay closed for like a day while we go through the paperwork. Is what's going to happen.
I think so. It's going to have to.
Possible, yeah.
Or at least the bar. I don't know about the entire inn. Are you going to kick everyone out? I don't know.
Yeah, there's going to be an issue there, I suppose. People are going to be wondering what's up. And in terms of the gates outside, do you guys even want to open up the gates for business with anybody, or are you going to keep everything shut down? That's
probably fine. I mean, there's a lot of people who take care of the day-to-day operations. Like there's a lot of people that do different jobs. You don't need the manager to be active for things to actually just function. So.
Okay, so we're basically just setting up camp right here in front of the vault. We've got the keys, we've got the books.
Oh, we're up above the vault, you mean, or like?
Yeah, up above the vault on the upper balcony.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just basically setting up camp here. We send a couple of guards out to get whatever it is we need to set up a camp. We get a table and a chair. We sit down, and start going through the books,
this
and
sounds
we're
so
just
boring.
Right here. I know. Tell me about it. But, I mean, what else are we going to do? Oh, let's split up and meet back here at midnight.
Could be a thing.
You know?
You never know. Right.
So I want to spend one night like this.
Yeah.
Do as much
I
of
think we're gonna have
looking
to.
through the books as possible and see if we can identify any shortage there. If not, then there's something else going on, and then we know to look at some other thing.
Ooh,
So in
good
terms
Maybe
of-
focus on
Ryan,
tax
head
collector.
guard.
In terms of the money that's coming in every day being collected, I would say just go back 1 year. If we got a 100 gold yesterday and we had 100 gold come in a year ago, then there's been no change. Check back 2 years. If it was still, if it's kind of all in the same area, if we noticed that a year ago it used to be 200, then we've narrowed it down to, you go to the 6-month part and see when the change happened, and you just work it down like
It
that.
sounds like we should all do investigation rolls or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everybody
so
needs to start doing
Lasanne's going to do
investigation.
the look at the year over year, month over month, etc. I'm going to look mostly just back at the recent days and just see how much money, like if there's money disappearing from the vault counts or whatever that's not accounted for.
Oh!
But
What
got a
is
good
that? Wow. All right.
Okay, we all did
Yay.
really well, and Lasanne
Right.
was like, "Yeah." It's like, "Oh man, I should have been an accountant."
No kidding. All
Go
right.
work
So,
for like the Waterdeep
Work
revenue
on a
system.
multi-class ranger accountant. Woohoo!
an accountant
With an accordion, hobby. It's great.
could
Yeah.
be a math magician.
a math magician indeed.
Arithmancy.
All right.
Oh,
So now I have to figure out what that 20 does. Because there are different levels, and I don't want to break open everything on just a few rolls. But that is a 20. So I'm
3
like, what's
great
going on?
rolls.
I know. Well, that's pretty good. Pretty good. And the 20 is what's killing me. So I'm going to say that it become. Where did you start, Lasanne? Exactly.
I said, we're trying to figure out if money is being stolen from the vault or during the actual collection process. We're just trying to break a line. Do we look at the vault or everything that goes before? So we're comparing last night's take with a year ago. Like the Lasker just said he was losing money. We don't know where the drain is. We don't know where the hole is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's year over year. Like, how much are they making compared to the same season, same date, same time of year last year?
Like, we're looking for like a weird sudden drop, right? Like,
Exactly.
money goes up and down with seasons and as the town grows and whatever. But if suddenly like you get like a graph that goes like revenue is just cut in half overnight or over the course of the month, you're like, hold on, that's not quite right.
Right.
That's where something's changed. Yeah. Exactly.
When did it happen? And then was someone
or
hired
even if
there?
it was a great big slow drop, but it was just instead of doing what it does, it just started where people just started changing
or if it's like
it, right?
specific businesses that have dropped off a significant amount.
Exactly.
That's not a guaranteed sign, but that would certainly give us somewhere to look into.
Yeah.
So his thought answer says year on year, probably comparing the months but not the days. Just kind of like getting a I'm thinking just broad strokes. Like Eric was saying he was going back the day before, but I think we could go back an awful lot of days. I figure if we start a year ago, we can kind of get if everything was the same and that's fine, then maybe we need to go back another year. Like, when did this all start? But I'm figuring he would have noticed if it's been over a year. So probably a year ago, it'll either be kind of the same or it won't. And then we have to start narrowing down, just chopping things in half and saying, in this part, did anything happen? Okay.
Chop it again. In that part, did anything happen? Until we find that space where the change, or maybe there's no change at all, because maybe the money's being taken out of the vault by somebody who has the ability to do that. Right? So we're just trying to figure out that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it totally does. I'm just so I'm going to start with the lowest roll. So Demonac, are you helping the same endeavor, or are you kind of going more scrutiny?
Yeah, I don't think we can all read the same papers at the same time. No. I know there's to some degree we could, but I think if she's focusing on that, on the historic, I gotta focus more on like just what's happening just recently.
Okay, so like within the last week or something.
If there are any variations in the amounts, like between the deposits and the amounts and like the totals.
Okay, so I'll start with you and say that over the last week, or I'm gonna say because to be tonight, it'll be only about the week. So over the last week, there have been a certain number of deposits with a certain amount of money, and what you can tell those deposits are true, and that money is true. You don't see a discrepancy.
I don't see anywhere that money is disappearing from the vault at all.
No.
According to the papers.
According to the papers. Everything seems normal.
Okay.
Quill...
You think the Alaska's just dicking us all around? You think this was all just like a big loyalty test, and there's actually like no theft going on?
Could be.
That would be annoying.
Honestly, we could come to that conclusion in the end and say everything seems fine. Anything you see is your own goddamn problem, but we'll go through this.
And we're like, why do you think money is missing?
Maybe I'll focus more on like expenses. Has a bunch of money been like being paid out somewhere? Like maybe the revenues are all fine, but maybe, like someone's being like, there's an overbilling for like a mercenary contract or something like that.
Yeah, checking all the withdrawals and trying to see if they make any sense to you.
Yeah. Is someone what's the word when you steal money from a business?
Embezzling?
Embezzling. Yeah.
Somebody's double charging for whiskey, but they're not selling more whiskey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Stuff like that.
Misappropriation.
Misappropriation, yeah. Okay, so if you're looking specifically into paid out, if you will, you notice that what you do notice specifically is that there have been a lot more payments going out for certain goods, but those goods have never arrived. You do notice that.
Well, yeah, so like maybe the whole problem is the fact that everything floating down the river keeps getting like obliterated by water elementals. A lot of payments for goods that never and are these goods from all over? Like are they all upstream or some of it like
most of them are
coming
from
water?
The main business there, the main business hub.
And that's the ones that would float down the river.
Yeah.
Are they all from the same business or just in general from that area? Is there a pattern there that we're noticing that one business or one or two are getting paid a whole lot and not delivering, or?
For that, you'd have to compare their notes as well, though. You'd have to go compare the other business notes, like in Yartar. You have to go to Yartar to figure that out.
No, well, we'd know who we were paying. There's going to be a thing that says we paid Joe's whiskey shop all the time, and we never get anything from him.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
no, this company, that company, that it's just basically in Yartar in general. What I'm trying to say, are we noticing a pattern that says there is a business or two that might be part of a conspiracy, or is it just basically whatever comes down the river is getting taken out by elementals?
Yeah, no, Town doesn't notice anything specific. Nothing to really put
There's
a blame.
not a company that stands out.
Yeah, no, there's no one company. It would, if it was to put a blame on anybody, it would be like several companies all together. And the loyalties there are probably going to be quite consistent because they've been doing business forever.
Okay. So it could just be the water elementals. Things that are coming by barge down the river, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that would be recent. And that is something that you can easily tell. Now, for the sun, finding year by year by year, you notice that the year by year, because in those years, you're able to also find the accounts paid out in terms of the overall amount of money that's paid out to the wages. You can look in on the wages and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. So
yeah.
So adding up the wages and figuring out who gets paid what.
And that would be part of the expenses. Yeah, that's part of it.
So you do notice that Shalaska takes a heady chunk off the top.
Of course.
And Shalaska ends up getting. She has progressively been getting paid more and more.
Okay.
And of course, the person in command who is currently unconscious, he has only, as far, you don't even see record of him for a while. But then when he does come on file, he hasn't changed in terms of his pay for a while.
Okay.
There's the what they call the handyman. His name is
Rat Boy.
The dwarf?
Yeah, what is his name? He has a name. And so does the other guy too. I don't remember his name. Anyway, yeah, dwarf boy. He's been on staff for quite some time. He's like one of the, you can find records of him way back. He's been around for a long time. And his wages have pretty much stayed the same throughout, as he's made several years of work there. But
So we've not been given any indication of when Shalaska started noticing that he was losing money. Was it in weeks, months, over the last year? Did you just become aware of it a week ago when they sent somebody to contact Tau? Like we didn't get anything, did we? We don't really know what kind of time frame we're looking at. Grins.
Just to be clear, this isn't just a case of we're getting less stuff from upriver because an elemental is taking it all, and that's the whole thing, and we've been investigating for nothing because we already knew that. That's not it.
Yeah, because they would know
They've
that.
taken that into account, and they're still missing stuff.
Because there were a lot of Zentaran bases that we went by. They would know that, right? He's got to be aware of that. Somebody had to survive to fight, or somebody investigated and found out what happened. I mean, that seems like he would know that.
Even if they don't know the cause, if they just stopped getting stuff from upriver, they would know that they stopped getting stuff from upriver, and they would tell like that. The problem is we stopped getting stuff from upriver. They wouldn't send us to investigate all the stuff in Bard.
Yeah.
Right. So it's got to be more than that.
Okay. Just want to make clear that that's not the thing, because that'd be silly.
So Ava with her nat 20, Lasan must have like a good insight about like if there's anything else that would be weird and confusing.
Yeah, there's
and not clearly obvious, but also be a big drain. Hopefully, she would have come up with it. And you're saying that like. So we're basically covered it all, and we're not really seeing anything now, or
you're not noticing a lot. I mean, you could probably get some motive for certain embezzling things because of how the money tends to go. Like if you're not seeing a lot of generosity being, thrown about. It is
right.
It's all sort of. And the only person who seems to be getting any extra wages over the course of a long period of time has been Shalaska. And Alaska, of course, takes his heady, chunk off the top. But that's...
but these are known like pay raises and that. So that seems fine. I don't, Yeah. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of okay with like spending the night. Morning comes, we double check that everything is still cool with the vault based on what we know and we've established, and then saying we can't find anything that seems extreme. It looks like maybe Nalasker is freaking out overly much. That's from something that's just a result of goods not being delivered. And there has been a lot of chaos in the wilderness. There are some elemental cults that are going on. They might want to. The Zents might want to patrol the river more. We did take care of this water elemental that has clearly been smashing a shitload of stuff. Yep. Maybe things will improve now. Maybe you want to sign up some more suppliers from somewhere else, like maybe you want to do overland caravans from Waterdeep instead of depending on just randomly floating shit down the river, which honestly doesn't seem so smart. And like I'm okay at that point with saying that. Now, honestly, saying to Shalaska, like it looks like things are working okay and walking out. But I mean, that's in the morning. But that's kind of where I am.
Okay.
No, Dr. Puffy, we have no reason to check the attic. We've been told there's nothing going on in the attic. There's no reason to go there.
Yeah, nobody goes to the attic. Okay.
I mean, we're not literally checking every building in the entire place. We're not checking every attic in the entire place. There's no reason for us to do that.
Yeah.
Now there is one thing though. Somebody took the insignia off Shalaska
that's true.
And put them in Eric. There is a deflection or a moving of suspicion attempt going on here.
Yeah.
So whether we have found it or not, something seems to be going on. That's not just where the boss guy is overreacting to what's happening on the river with the elementals. Someone else. There is another player in here, and either it was Shalaska herself who is finding a way to remove money that we haven't found yet, or somebody else is trying to set. There's a deflection going on here. So there is another element that we haven't seen, we haven't found yet.
Yeah.
And Shalaska is the only one who's lost here so far. Somebody just trying to get rid of her?
Yeah, could be.
Could be.
We're maybe more obvious. Who's really, and I can see invisible and stuff like that. And I have dark vision. Who's really stealthy is Tau. I'm wondering if you should just randomly find and follow the handyman, the rat poison guy. Because he's narratively come up a lot.
And he's a dwarf shape.
His pay was one of the ones that was noted in the records there. He was in the bar. He's a dwarf. If the dwarf shape of the shadow did have anything to do with it. Yep. He was handing out drinks like candy earlier, and
that's true.
Yeah.
That is in some respects not odd behavior, but I don't know.
At this point, anyone who's there's still something that's like, well, we know someone's effing around with things, and he has been a little bit odd.
Yep.
So he could be a red herring, but he.
Yeah. I can try to shadow him tomorrow.
Okay.
Can we say, and I maybe we don't actually have an answer to this yet, but we've looked at the money being picked up over a period of time from the merchants, and we're not finding any discrepancy there. We're not finding any companies that seem to be billing too much.
It doesn't look like the expected amount has dropped off significantly from certain businesses, because that would be a sign maybe of something going on there if they're just claiming their business was bad.
Yeah. So as far as we can tell, based on what we've looked so far, any money coming into the vault and the bookkeeping, what's going in and out, there's no problems there. If money is disappearing, it's disappearing from the vault. Is that kind of where we are now?
What if the theft hasn't been in the vault? What if it's like Shalaska's personal stash or this or that? Like, maybe it's like otherwise. Like, the vault might be 100% legit, but when people get paid, they take money out of the vault, right?
Right.
Is it something like that? Although you would have been handy if Shalaska had, said something
Mentioned that.
yeah, my little vault in my room is
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I mean, that is something that you can definitely look into. Absolutely. Just go around and checking room by room, as it were.
At some point over the evening, I will be trying to sneak in the
Maybe
6 hours of rest to regen my PowerPoints.
Sure.
By the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
that's totally legitimate.
I don't think I've used any since we've been here, so
You guys could do a rotation as well in terms of who watches the vault.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So for the sake of narrative, sorry, go ahead.
No, I think maybe we have to do searches of this entire place. Is there another set of keys? Do we have to do an absolute detail? Somebody else has managed to get another set of keys and they're just able to walk in and out and lift money and change the numbers whenever they want. I mean, is that...
You know what? That's a great idea. Maybe we'll start by checking the attic and work our way down.
Boring as hell, but maybe we just have to run a search of the whole thing.
Top to bottom.
In the attic.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what?
Oh,
when you say that, I'm like, all right, you know what? That's what we'll do. Tomorrow, we'll do a sweep of this whole place as one last check. If the books are fine, we'll do a sweep of this entire building, make sure there's nothing weird, top to bottom, starting with the attic. And then at that point, maybe
we get to the attic.
All right. I like it. I want an excuse to go to the attic. I wasn't just going to randomly go. That would be silly.
That would be silly. But I mean, maybe there's another set of keys. Maybe there's another set of books.
That's something.
And the person could get into the office, and they just switched them when we got here.
Duke Rascal is recommending you maybe have a shakedown, get everybody in, and have everybody just empty all their belongings just unexpectedly the next day.
Maybe.
Yeah, that sounds desperate. That seems like a way to cause a lot of problems and make ourselves unpopular without necessarily accomplishing.
Searching all their rooms will be fine.
No, that's pretty bad too. But...
Okay.
God.
We got about 20 minutes left of the stream. Let's power the night and start the search.
Yep, absolutely.
We've got lots of guards. Can you maybe post a couple guards on our quarters just in case?
Yeah.
Also, I have a brother there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, the staff, the guards are going to be a bit light at the moment.
Okay, and then I'll come back and we'll leave a couple of guards there.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, so we...
Say okay?
Yes.
Now?
I'll let him know you should probably hang out in a room. We got a thing going on.
It's
getting complicated.
Poor Lexi. He just wanted some rest. All right. So for the sake of long-winded narrative, you guys end up doing a short rest. Unfortunately, not a long rest, but you did do a short rest throughout the night, getting all the things that you wanted to get accomplished as far as you know.
I want to take a long rest though.
Oh, you want to take a long rest?
I need some PowerPoints back. That's why. Yeah.
Okay. So for you to get a long rest and somebody still watch the vault, that means so the other two definitely have to get a short rest.
Yeah, we're all there.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
All right. So Tao gets the full rest, and right, it is now the following day. Is anybody going to get up and open the gates as normal, or are you going to keep it locked down?
Yeah, we could open the gates as normal, but we're not going to let anyone into the into the bar or anything like that until we're done our search. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No new Yeah, no one in the bar area.
Yeah,
I
guests
think
are advised to stay in their room.
Yeah, we need to
If
tell
they're
the guards that everything just stops. Wherever people are, they got to stay in their rooms. If the cooks aren't in, then the cooks don't come in. I think we just need to shut down for a few hours. That'll mess up profits and probably not make us popular, but
Yep.
oops,
Yeah,
we have a
it's
job,
just
right?
For the morning.
We
It's
should,
just for
we should
habit.
try and keep the kitchen running so we don't we would like
Well, we
to
don't
we would like to not ruin their business and reputation and stuff like that. So,
But do we want people moving around? Do we want people wandering in and out of this place while we're doing the search?
People moving around would be more difficult to manage, but at the very same time, it is one of the ways that you could potentially, even though last night was kind of a fiasco, Nalasker was hoping that things could be hush-hush for the most part.
Yeah, we're just gonna tell people there's like a bigger rat problem than we thought. We're just taking care of it real quick. Stay in your rooms. We'll have breakfast delivered.
Oh, there you go. There you
Oh.
go.
that's more. This is more where I wanted to go. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and the waiters are escorted by
By guards.
guards. I mean, at least, and maybe like two for each one. I mean, oh god.
We found
Well,
some rodents of unusual size.
I don't think
I
we
can
can
see
have
probably
the
that
entire
too.
building have everyone guarded, but we can make sure that guards are controlling the access in and out of the bar area here with the kitchen and stuff.
yeah.
We make
okay.
sure that nobody they don't know, nobody unusual is coming in, etc.
Okay.
Okay, let's get it started.
All
We're
right.
doing the best we can
I
to
don't
So
keep
who's
it
usually
going to
under
go for
control.
the gates? Who's opening the gates? So you're going to have it automated.
I'll take the keys, go along and open the gates with some guards.
Okay. Lasan, what do you want to do?
Jane, again.
I guess we're starting the search. If we've got this all set up,
Okay.
then we're starting the search.
And Tao, I'm just wondering if anybody was going with Eric.
Well, we would have sent guards with him, I assume.
Yep.
Yeah,
We
guards
apparently have
gone.
control of this place now.
Yep.
Yeah, do we want to split up? I don't know.
Don't know.
No, well, tell you what, the two of us maybe we'll just stick around here for a second while we wait for Eric to unlock the door and come back.
Okay.
Because I think it's daytime. He's got guards with him. There's merchants moving around. He's just got to go straight down the street and back. Probably that's not going to be
Too long.
probably
Opening the gates, we're not like bringing a big shipment of money.
No,
So
exactly.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier, a lot faster to do it that way. Okay.
just got the keys. I've got the keys chained to me again and stuff, so we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Right. So so you leave with the keys, and you are going down to unlock the gate. And the wait staff and the servers and stuff like that, they're all not servers, but the kitchen staff and everybody's coming in, so that's fine. You start making food, and apparently they have orders to have the wait staff serve by room. That's reasonable. So very quickly, what happens is that Eric gets down to the gate proper, and your key doesn't fit.
Oh shit!
Your key doesn't work. What is going on? This is weird.
Have you tried jiggling a little?
Yeah. No.
Turn it on and off again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Well, first off, I tell the guards that something's wrong. Key's been switched, so
when
we're gonna have to check out security, and then I'm gonna whatever is the closest thing that one of these other keys would work on. I'm gonna go try one of the other keys, try and find out if the whole bunch have been switched or what.
Okay, so you can go about the quest of trying to see if keys work, and
I just kind of want to see the next closest one. I'm not going to check all the damn keys. There are lots of keys, but if I check the next one and it doesn't work, then it was all the keys. And I check the next one and it does work, then it was a specific key.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you check out some of the other keys, and no, they don't tend to turn in the locks.
All right, so there are two possibilities. Shalaska did manipulate the keys, but it could be that shadowy dwarf thing did more than just drop a badge in your pocket. There
Which would be pretty impressive, since the keys were literally there was a chain link around the keychain.
Magic.
Yeah.
Magic.
Which makes me think Shalaska is less likely to have done it, because she doesn't strike me as magic-y. And I don't think a sleight of hand there would have worked. I think it's much more likely that a wizard did it.
If it was just sleight of hand, it does seem like kind of bullshit. So yeah, kind of magic, presumably. Okay. I'll tell the guards that we're going to have to raise the security level here, and we definitely have a problem, and I'm going to head back.
Okay. All right, so so you head on back, and the area is going to stay locked down for now, apparently, until somebody finds the damn keys. So you come back and you tell
locked down.
You tell Tao and Lasan about the fact that the keys they're not working. So that's not good.
Yep.
And so what do you guys want to do about that? Where are the keys?
I think we need to find out where Shalaska is. I still not getting, and we need ideas on this. What was the purpose of taking her insignia and putting them on Eric?
Well,
cast suspicion.
What?
It
From
definitely
what?
casts suspicion.
Suspicion
somebody
on
could
what?
try
What was the
something,
point
they're
of
hoping to
stealing
draw us
it?
away from, if they're hoping to get us either thrown out or in prison or doing a stupid trial while they can sneak it
Red herring.
There's
It doesn't
that.
make sense.
There's suspicion on us, but I was actually suggesting another way, which was we go tomorrow and try to use the keys, and the keys don't work, and they've been swapped out, but we find the insignia in there. Is that supposed to lead us to think that it's Shalaska? Someone's trying to screw with everyone and sow distrust, even if it's not clear.
Definitely.
This doesn't necessarily make sense, but what has it done so far? It has split the guards in half.
Yeah.
It has made it so that we're not talking to Shalaska. If they were just trying to make it harder for everything to go properly here, they've succeeded.
Because that doesn't even put suspicion on her, really. Oh, I'm switching the keys and my buttons on my shoulder comes off. I mean, it doesn't. It
mostly makes
really
it look like we stole it.
Weird, yeah. But why?
So we want to add. I want
Just
to. Okay,
weird.
we get back. We're conferring. First, let's have the guards check if Shalaska has left her quarters at all.
Yeah.
And also, I want to find out where that handyman is, and the tax collector. Who I don't actually think has to do with anything, but we don't want to narrow the focus down quite so tight.
Yeah, the dwarf is the handyman. I think is that who you referenced when you said handyman? You mean the dwarf?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The rat guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So interesting thing happens. Okay, what are you guys doing first? Let's do the first thing first.
Check that Shalaska's still in her room.
All right.
I was saying send out a bunch of guards to check on these things, but
yeah, that's fine.
We can go too if you want, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So either way, you do find out that Shalaska is indeed still in the facilities. She has not left. She is boarded up. She is locked in, and she's got her very large battalion of guards still at her side.
That's fine. Okay. And yeah, we can also set guards to keep an eye on the handyman and the tax collector.
And obviously, if we leave the vault, we're leaving guards to watch the vault, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
So shortly after, trying to get the guards to sort of shadow, or not even shadow, just to follow the handyman's going to be like, well, okay, I guess somebody's going to follow me, right? He reports back. The guard who was following the handyman reports back and says that, holy shit, the Lasker's room door was just open. That's not even. It was just it's just open.
Someone used the keys to get into the Lasker's room?
It's just open. Like the door, I mean, it was leaned to. It was sort of closed to, but not closed.
Yeah.
Just left sort of ajar.
Someone left a jar?
Yeah, they left a whole jar. No lid or anything. It's just what?
Oh.
Mind-boggling.
Okay. I think
that was the guard that went to check on the handyman.
Yes.
As he was walking around, he noticed that.
Yeah. So I want to post guards. Obviously, I'll have to say my suggestion is that we post guards on Alaska's room right away.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
We go search the handyman's room arbitrarily.
Yep.
And then if we don't find anything, then we go check out Alaska's room.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still thinking a top to bottom search of the inn as well. I mean,
yeah.
But yeah, no one goes in and out of that room. Definitely guarded.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You're guarding the room, and you're checking on the handyman's room.
Yeah.
Okay.
The three of us are checking the handyman's room.
Okay, is the handyman present with you? Are you bringing the handyman along, or are you just kind of letting him do his things?
Okay, well, that part of the thing, we'd never established that we had found the handyman. I don't think you ever pointed out that we had found the handyman.
No, sorry. Okay.
At this point, I was starting to think he was
missing. So the guard who was following or with the handyman, they both found the door ajar at the same time. Okay. They were together.
Okay.
That makes
sense.
That
doesn't...
Right.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say you go ahead.
Well, we can just bring them back with us then, so we have him in sight.
Right, but I was going to say now there's not the same suspicion on the handyman. Why would we go to jump and search the handyman's room?
I don't know. I thought we already had. No? We just, I don't know. I thought Demon X said we just
We haven't searched
arbitrarily.
anyone's rooms yet.
It is
What-
worth
we
saying
were just-
that
Son of
the guard's report back to you was specifically that when he was with the handyman pointed out that the door was ajar.
Okay. No, I just thought, I heard
they
one
were-
of you guys say we arbitrarily searched the handyman's room.
Yeah, that's
I
what
heard
was-
somebody
Eric
say that.
said that, and I
Okay.
wanted to search it, but that's when I thought that the guard had failed to find the handyman.
Yes,
Okay.
understood.
Okay.
Because I
No.
thought, well, if we can't find the handyman, then you sure as hell bet we're gonna have to search his room.
Yeah.
No,
Especially
he's
office.
reporting for duty,
Okay. All right.
as always.
I don't know. I do kind of want to arbitrarily search his room, preferably without him there. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's fine. I think, well, what we're gonna do, we're gonna non-arbitrarily search the whole inn, because clearly,
Yes.
at this point, there is the other set of keys is somewhere here in the inn. Someone just used it to break into there. What else are they gonna do with it? So someone somewhere in the inn has the extra set of keys. Actually, out of curiosity, the handyman, do you have keys? Like when you go and do handyman things, do you have
Yes.
your own keys for getting to rooms?
Yes,
Ah.
I have my my own set of keys, and he shows them to you.
And you have them on you, yeah. Let's make sure those work.
do those open the front gates as well? Do you have keys to everything, or just the rooms?
No, just the rooms, just in case I have to get in and do service repairs.
Right. Does that include Alaska's room?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
So, all right.
Ooh.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, I'm trying to figure out what I want to tell you guys to do next. Oh, you know what? Would she do that though? Yeah. I mean,
Well, see, I'm thinking
Okay,
we
she
have
will.
to get him. Okay, go ahead.
you get a couple of guards actually, and these are the guards that you can tell right away. They're not with you. They approach very like messengers really. They're not armed.
Okay.
They made a point not coming armed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you kind of guess right away that they're from Shalaska, and Shalaska does say that.
Okay.
They say that Shalaska has a message for you. Choose to believe it or not. But in her strongbox, there is a fair amount of gold missing.
Okay, because what I was about to say is we need to get a message to Shalaska saying the keys we have been switched. We're searching the inn for it. And obviously, you were the last one. We knew. I don't know how to. So we have to find a tactful way of getting a message to her saying, okay, the keys have been switched.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't, you had a clear opportunity, but we also had somebody, messing around with the buttons and all the rest of it. Again, there's an opportunity here for us to work together on this, but I do believe her.
I think we suggest that there's someone else who was
Yeah.
explicitly screwing with us.
Yeah.
We no longer have functioning keys, and we were clearly spent the entire night in front of the vault. So it wasn't us breaking into Nalaskar's room. So there's a third party, and
Yes.
we would like to water under the bridge, work together.
It's another opportunity here to get this
In
done
terms
right.
of clearly spent the night in front of the vault, there are witnesses that we spent the night in front of the vault.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
We have been with your guards. There's been a whole body of people watching us the entire time.
Yeah,
So we were not in your room.
And you don't even have to make a wisdom check on this. In fact, this is basically her wisdom check is the fact that if gold is missing from her coffers, while everything that was going on last night, all of you guys were in one spot. So clearly, some misunderstanding must have happened. Somebody else is at work at play here. So she's not as angry, but she is still pretty fucking angry. But she's not as angry as before. Like she's got her suspicions, but be that as they may. So there's that. And currently, you guys can do whatever. You can still continue to search around. You can sort of look about, roll investigation.
Top to bottom. Let's search the attic.
Okay.
People have been waiting like
Gotta
over a
search the
week
attic.
for us to search
Okay.
the attic.
Okay.
yeah,
Top to bottom search.
All right. So upon reaching the attic, you notice that it was just as it was noted. Nobody cleans the place either. Like it's just filthy, absolutely filthy.
That would mean a lot of dust on the floor. Any sign of footprints or anything like that?
No, at least give me an investigation roll.
Wow.
I think we've got a ranger to track footprints and things.
Yes.
Ooh!
Not me.
So, Tal, you see no footprints at all.
Yeah, well, I got a roll
Yeah.
for once.
Yeah. Okay. So that's very interesting. Between Lisan and Eric, both of you end up noticing a small track of footprints.
Small, like rat-sized?
Small as in I say small as in
As in
Short
Dwarf
size?
sized?
dwarf size.
Short trail.
Right,
But-
so
but he
shorter
could-
strides, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Short strides and dwarf size.
Mm-hmm.
But he could have just been up here doing rat thing. What else do we see? Anything? Is it just a big, empty, dusty room?
No. There's a lot of stuff up here,
Oh.
but it's you see some
Follow
footprints moving around.
Follow the footprints. They lead to, like,
Yeah?
a box somewhere or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trapdoor.
You follow the footprints, and it leads to an enormous pile of junk.
Junk golem.
Oh, goody. We're investigating the junk.
There's other.
We're doing the search. We're
you
doing the
find-
search.
Yeah. So again, you're doing the investigation. You're looking around, and because of the other two high rolls, you notice that the dwarf footprints, as light as they may be, they tend to also go in a few other directions. And where they end up, there is new plaster around the windows, like for like sealant, if you want to call it that.
Okay.
There is
Talking.
yeah, basically that sort of thing. There is a few other things that you notice in terms of like just standard masonry sort of repair things here and there. The roof up ahead, the trusses. There is a brand new piece of wood that seems to have been stuck up there.
Check that one.
Doing his jobs?
I mean,
So-
it could be all legitimate, yeah.
We,
I mean, I think
we
we
still
still
have,
gotta be
we still have
thorough, though.
guards with us, like a couple guards with
I'd
us,
imagine.
or
Yeah, we think
I'd
so.
imagine, yeah. And do you have the dwarf with you?
Yes.
Did you guys bring the dwarf, or is that even a thing? He wasn't casting suspicion, so I don't know if you guys decided to.
Yeah.
I would. My
kinda
inclination
want him-
was we bring him with us because he has keys to rooms we may not be able to get in on.
That's
And-
true,
it's a
actually.
good excuse to bring him. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If our keys-
Because we know our
Yeah.
keys are useless. So if anything's locked, how do we get into anything? So
Yeah.
at least he can open the attic or open doors that might be locked or whatever. So we have him there to,
Okay.
Okay.
So-
you know.
I ask. I'll just ask him. Hey, is there anything valuable stored up here? You guys said it was like nothing, right? Just old junk.
Yes, old junk. As far as I know, anyway.
Okay. On the junk pile that there was footsteps leading up to, I'm gonna cast Shatter. Just.
What?
Okay.
What?
And all his plasterwork is gone.
Yeah, well, he didn't plaster the junk, I'd imagine.
No,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
How big
so
is his thing?
You cast Shatter, and the what is the range on that? Not range, but
It's a
Radius?
60-foot range. It's a 10-foot radius,
okay. So 10
and
feet
like damages objects and stuff.
of stuff just gets obliterated and scatters around the attic, and everybody's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's going on?" You got some
Check.
soldiers pulling out swords, like, you know, they don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna check through the debris and see if there's anything in there, but
Okay.
I'm guessing no.
yes,
I'm just worried about there being
Iron
something
Fang is rubbing
there
off on you.
waiting
That's
to
right.
attack
You gotta
us.
break all the things.
Yeah. Also, technically, Iron Fang is supposed to make me feel more destructive.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So yeah,
So you
seemed like a reasonable thing to me at the time. There could be something lurking in there, and if this stuff's not valuable, and the other thing you see is how the handyman reacts to it too.
yeah.
Tow's just like, oh, that was subtle.
Right. If you want to, insight check, since you're doing it specifically for the handyman.
Yeah.
Eric.
Okay.
Yeah, Eric had a plan, so he's ready for it. The rest of us
Yeah.
are like, the hell?
Okay.
Ooh!
18. Ooh.
nice.
He's probably just disturbed like the rest of us.
Probably.
Oh,
Okay. Right. So in your insight check, there's not a lot in the dwarf's face. But you did just barely see him give an audible sigh, like. Kind of like like he was holding his breath for a second, and then he just like gave it up.
Well, I hate to say this, but I think that may have to be our cliffhanger for the day, guys. I got to get set up for a stream.
Yeah. We didn't take a break this time, so yeah.
No, we didn't.
No.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we do take a break, I get some other things started, and I had to reboot the computer last thing this morning, and I have nothing ready, so we're going to have to go.
Okay.
Just to be quite clear, you guys aren't very far. I'm just saying. If you want to give it just a couple seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we give it a couple of seconds. What happens?
Okay. So I'm going to say that the plan... Eric, what do you want to do with the information that you were just given?
So,
what information was it? The guy just sighed, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Say what? I'm sorry. You said there was nothing important in there, right? It's no big deal. Nobody comes up here anyway, right?
It's just stuff. Stuff is still stuff.
I see.
So what do you do?
Okay. Well.
I don't know. I'm just gonna sort of check through the debris and see if I can find anything interesting in.
Do you guys help, Lasan?
Yeah. We'll investigate through the debris. So it's been spread out conveniently for us.
Okay, so you guys check through the debris really fast, and you find nothing of interest except for a strongbox. There is a strongbox here.
Of course there is. Can anybody open that? Tao, is that your...
Yeah, I mean, unless I sort of pick it up and point it at the dwarf and say, would you care to open this for us, please?
Yeah, he's got the keys.
I don't know if I can. It seems locked.
Try your keys.
Well, I mean, if he doesn't admit to, being able to do it, then I'll just break out the fuse tools.
Okay.
Yeah.
Click.
All right, so you watch.
It's like, no, that's okay. I got my own key.
The dwarf watches pensively as you kind of break out the strongbox and you do end up popping the lock, and inside there is a stash of gold, and there is also a set of keys.
Oh, do they look a lot like keys we were previously holding a couple hours ago?
Just similar to the fake keys.
Yep, it does look remarkably like a set of fake keys.
Seize him!
So the dwarf starts running. It doesn't really help because the dwarf does indeed get caught on the way. I mean, there's no way he's going to get through these guards. He's pretty adept fighter overall, but he's surrounded. There's no way that he's going to give in like that. But he's like, I don't know. Like, why am I being arrested? But yeah, I can explain things later about what happens. But you guys, I'm just going to go ahead and say specifically that. Actually, I'm going to give some amounts of things. You find out in the next day or so, especially what the dwarf was after. The dwarf wasn't really after anything except for exactly what you guys had thought earlier, and that was to cast suspicion, blame, break up alliances and loyalties and stuff like that, because what he wanted to do is cast enough shadow of a doubt upon Alaska and Shalaska to get them the hell out of there, because he hated both of them.
He hasn't gotten a pay raise in years.
Yes, he hasn't gotten a pay raise in years, and they keep eating off the top, right? More and more and more. He's been there longer than both of them, in fact, and he's never made any gains. He's never made any headway, and he's just been underpaid for his abilities. He's taking care of his place.
He hasn't been stealing from a vault, but he's been skimming off everything else.
He had some kind of magical powers that he used in the bar. So I don't know how did he do that without noticing? Can he just turn off the alarm in there? I should have cast a spell in there to see if it was still going, to see if the alarm was still active. Frig.
Oh, there's that. We'll also have to talk to him. This will be next time. We'll have to talk to him about what he did in Alaska's room and all this sort of stuff. But we do have to put a cut in here for sure.
But I'm gone. So
all right,
I'll see you guys next time.
Being here. Everybody's just going to have a live stream. What are you streaming? Oh,
I don't know. Like I said, I had computer problems this morning. I have nothing set up. I have to go. I will be streaming some damn thing.
Okay,
see you soon.
I will be hosting you, so I'll see you in a bit. All right. So
bye, everyone.
Wrap it up for now. We have run clearly out of time, and so we're going to see everybody again later. That is going to be the close, or the semi-close of the whole mystery that was afoot there. Until next time, Quill18, where can people find you?
You guys can find me at youtube.com/Quill18, twitch.tv/Quill18, and twitter.com/Quill18.
Okay, very good. And Demonac, where can people find you?
You can find all my stuff on my social media at demonac.com, and of course, Tales from my D&D campaign, fast-paced illustrated D&D adventures at youtube.com/demonac.
Perfect. And as well as Kiss for Luck, I'm about to host her here in just a second, so you'll find her easily there. But a Kiss for Luck everywhere. So a Kiss, number 4, Luck. And yeah, you'll find her in all the places. Even the social media is the same. So she's lucky like that. And as for myself, you can find me here at twitch.tv/Briarstone. On my YouTube, Briarstoned, with a D at the end of it. And of course, social media. If you want to find me there, you can just scroll down and find all the things there. It's in the description box if you're watching this on YouTube, and of course, down below watching this on Twitch. Anyway, so we will see everybody again later. Thank you once again for being here, and I hope you had fun. See you later, everybody.
Bye.
All right.